Where's my video game? Oh, there it is. Okay, so to summarize, once again, I'm Dad. Hi, Dad. So, in the first chapter, we've seen Maki Sekurisu dead, we jumped timelines, we figured out that we might accidentally do something weird to our microwave because it was gelifying the freaking bananas. Then our next step was to actually form more lab members. We were looking for John Tider, or rather John Tider wanted to contact us because we figured out that some of our conspiracy theories might actually not be just conspiracy theories, and we managed to break into CERN. And we figured out that they are keeping a lot of stuff from the public eye. So this is in a very, very, very short form of what we did so far. Wait, quick load. This is where we are. This is where we are. The butterflies affects divergence. The ticking of the clock is like a hammer inside my head. It's past 2 a.m. The window is closed and the lab is silent but for the humming of the computer. We stare at the gruesome image displayed on the monitor, speechless. I was right. We are in too deep. I half expect guys in black suits and sunglasses to kick down the door and drag us out of the secret military prison. Better make sure the door's locked. Daru breaks the silence with a disbelieving whisper. I jellified someone. Upon hearing the familiar word jellified, I reflectively look at the bunch of bananas placed next to the computer. Oh, wait a second. I tried to turn on the light, but things happened to my light. Ah. Okay, now it's correct. Upon hearing the familiar word jellified, I reflexively look at the bunch of the bananas placed next to the computer. There's only one banana left. We didn't have a single successful experiment today, so none of them were jellified. But I don't think this is a mere coincidence. The jellified bananas produced by the phone wave, name subject to change, and the jellified corpses produced by certain experiments. They seem identical in nature. Kurisu speaks calmly despite her grim expression. She doesn't even avert her eyes from the gruesome image. I'm still in shock, so I don't quite grasp the meaning of Kurisu's words. Kurisu points to the part of the black and white photograph, her fingers shaking slightly. The jellified corpse of a man, she's pointing to his shoulder, which has writing on it. Perhaps it was printed on his clothes. It's fused onto the jellified body, but you can somehow manage to read it. There's actually CERN here. Yeah. 14 people in total. I swallow hard. I'm awfully thirsty. I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and wet my throat. Daru pulls up another report. Without being told to, Kurisu begins translating it out loud. She knows French too. I'm scared that at some point we will see her father in those reports. Oh, okay, never mind, she doesn't know French. 2001, that's fairly recent. A pretty big difference from James McCarty, who jumped nearly 19 years back to 1912-21. Better calls up machine translation, giving us the following. January 31, 2001. Collapsed male corpse discovered in forest outside Pau, France. Its left foot was fused to a tree trunk and the body had jellified. That goes to the next report. She got pulled to India. That goes to the next page. Looks like a pre-war newspaper. May 24, 1936. The corpse of what is believed to be a jellified human was discovered at the base of Mount Nyaehh in Kyoto. It was in a damaged state, possibly from having slid down the slope. It even happened in Japan. I've never heard this story before. It was pre-war though, so I guess someone born in the 90s like me would have no way of knowing about it. Next page. The picture shows a beach, beautiful, but the jellyfish-like body lying on the sand. It must have been washed ashore. It seems that infinite compression by supergravity and the significant points rate in the Kerr black hole were not able to be endured. The usual. The body of a merman. Inscription serum wasn't found near the body's shoulder, but CERN denies any involvement. Imagine, you're freaking marking yourself, like your test subjects, you're sending them off, and then you are like, yeah, we kind of see that there is some label that might point to us, but it's not actually not related to us. There are 14 of these people? I mean, I wouldn't be so quick to say that they were not proven yet, because it seems that CERN knows about them, right? Get a black hole. Where have I heard that term before? Probably Titor. Yeah, John Titor. Titor said his time machine used to carry black holes. Risu closes her eyes in deep thought. That means the LHC worst case scenario video on YouTube is right?
タイターの予言は知らんけど、ミューツベで問題の動画見たことある。2、3年前に話題になってたよな。
ブラックホール内部は尋常じゃない重力なの。そこを通れば確かに時間移動は可能かもしれないけど、生身の人間が通り抜けられるわけがない。
だからこそゼリーマン化している。
ゼリーマンどころか素粒子レベルまで分解される。それがブラックホール。
議論するよりタイムマシンについての資料を漁った方が早いんじゃね？
That has already started pulling up new documents. I'm suddenly afraid. Is it okay to keep hacking CERN like this? Should I stop him? I'm the one who asked him to do it, but things have gotten serious now. But at the same time, irresistible curiosity wells up inside me. Time travel is becoming a reality. I want to know that it's true. I can't stop now.
Z プログラムの中にタイムトラベル理論について解説しているファイルがある。
ずいぶんあっさり見つかるわね。セルンにしては脇が甘すぎる。
セルンが甘いんじゃなくて僕がすごいっつうか。
Super hacker for a reason.
スーパーハッカーだっけ？
ハッカー？
それでクリスティーナ、なんと書いてある？
It is in English too, so I have no choice but to rely on my assistant.
ちょっと読む時間くれない？
Teresa's eyes dart left and right across the lines. Her earlier reluctance has vanished. It looks like she's as curious as I am.
何をブツブツ言っている？何が書かれているのか？
なんかはめられたような気がしてならない。
どういう意味だ？
ほぼ一緒なのよ。ジョン・タイターが語った理論のざっと説明すると、 LHC によって陽子を高速の 99.999991% まで加速して証明。そうすると10のマイナス24乗キログラムの質量を10のマイナス19乗メートルっていうとても狭い範囲に圧縮して押し込むことができる。
日本語で OK、3行で。
In Japanese, please 3 lines max. It's me talking with ChatGPT. Keep it short, no bullshit.
すごく狭い場所。すごく小さい質量。無理やりねじ込む。
その説明はエロすぎだろ、上皇。
Explanations to erotic bra.
は？どこがどうエロいのよ。芦田の変態。
そういうマキセ氏もなかなかの妄想能力の高さじゃね？
一緒にすんな。
Her blushing cheeks make her denial less than effective.
アホは相手にするな、クリスティーナ。続きを。
何の話だ？
無理やりねじ込む話。
Jesus Christ.
陽子の圧縮の話だ。
その圧縮が成功するとミクロ特異点が。
ミクロ特異点？ミニブラックホールじゃなくて？
意味はほとんど同じだ。特異点はいわばブラックホールの中心だからな。
このミクロ特異点が2つあるブラックホールを作るのよ。
A black hole with 2 cores. Oh, they like creating a wormhole. Like a cowlick with 2 hairs. No, I don't think that's it.
擬人化希望。
Explain with cute girls.
ミクちゃんとクロちゃんでいいか？
姉妹とか燃えるぜ、はあはあ。
ミクちゃんとクロちゃんは電子を与えると自由に操れるようになるのよ。
電気ショックで拷問か。それなんてエロゲ？
Oh my dear lord.
操作できるようになった2人を超高速回転させるの。すると理論的にミクちゃんとクロちゃんは2人とも魔法少女リング上特異点に変身する。
変身バンクですね。わかります。
You stock transformation scene got it. Oh my dear. There's no hope for him. But it looks like these two have found a common wavelength.
これでカーブラックホール効果が生まれることに
もそもカーブラックホールって何ぞ？さっき
そのままの意味。
でもブラックホールって普通回転してんじゃね？穴に向かって渦巻いてるじゃん。
その回転してるように見える部分はブラックホールに吸い込まれつつある周囲の物質でしかない。普通のブラックホールは超質量により重力崩壊を起こした中心点があるだけ。それは点っていうぐらいだから回転はしてない。一方のカーブラックホールはさっき言った通り中心が点じゃなくてリング状なの。ミクちゃんとクロちゃんは普通の
Once transformed into magical girls,
魔法少女化する
their hearts spin like a ring inside their bodies, which is impossible for normal people. Oh?
プロは勘弁だお。
助手よ、お前はさっきこう言ったな。カーブラックホールは実在したとしても証明。
ブラックホールにはイベントホライゾンというものがある。この内側に入ると時間と空間の役割が入れ替わってしまうわけで、
時間と空間の役割が入れ替わる。
私たちは今空間を自由に移動できるけど時間を1分過去に戻すことはできない。イベントホライゾンの向こう側だと空間の移動は不可能になり、逆に時間を移動可能になる。
I can't even imagine what it's like.
空間の移動が不可能だからブラックホールからの再脱出はできないと言える。例えば岡部がブラックホールに突入した場合に体験するのは永遠に引き伸ばされた時間なの。光が再脱出不可能ということは人の目にはどうやったってイベントホライゾンの向こう側は見ることができない。観測も照明も不可能。ただし例外もある。タイムトラベルにカーブラックホールを使う場合、この
もったいぶらずに教えてもらおうか。
カーブラックホールは得意点。中心が回転してるわけだから核運動量が存在する。
だから日本語でオケだって。
中心点が回転してるってさっき説明したでしょ。その回転運動量って思えばいい。ミクちゃんとクロちゃんに電子を与え続けると自由に操ることができるわけだけど、カーブラックホールの特徴は核運動量が質量を上回ると
That is very wrong keyword, Makisa.
得意点が裸の状態になること。
裸だと？魔法少女のコスチュームは
When does the anime adaptation air? No.
これアニメ化まだ
Christian, I ignored that as nonsense.
裸になることで観測不可能だったものが観測。
イベントホライゾンがなくなることで時間と空間の役割が入れ替わる必要はなくなった。裸の得意点に向けてその入れ替わりを回避して突入できるよう。そして裸の得意点の存在は一般相対性理論と
It's Shiguner before it was popular, yes, definitely.
宇宙の法則が乱れるのよ。
そんなもの存在できるのか。
The negation of the theory of relativity and the principle of causality means serious paradoxes can occur. Did Kurisu say that
これまで
earlier?
に存在する可能性は高いと予測されていた。矛盾するようだけど証明はされてる。因果率が破綻してるわけだから、その裸の得意点に突入すれば過去へ遡ることができる。
John Titor said the same thing, so Titor's time machine is using CERN's technology, but Titor's time machine was compact, small enough to fit into a car. The LHC is 27 kilometers long, but they managed to get it down to the travel size in just 24 years.
わからないのは得意点に電子を注入する部分ね。見て、この LHC の写真だけど陽子衝突地点に
If that's gonna be a microwave, I'm gonna leave.
リフターっていう名前で呼ばれてるみたいだけど、一体
ダル聞いたこと。
リフターさっきの Z プログラムにもちらっと出てきたよな。
That opens up a browser window and enters a lifter into search engine.
ヒットしてるし。
About 422,000 results.
こんなに機密でもなんでもないのかな。
もしかしてこれじゃないか。イオン。
イオン、つまり電荷を持った原子や分子のことね。意味としては一致する。
We click on a link that says Yonacraft Lifter. It takes us to a video on YouTube. Looks like some dim garage. But it doesn't seem like anything secretive, just a garage like you'd see in an average American home. At the center of the screen is a triangular shape made out of some kind of metal. It looks about 10 centimeters high and about 30 centimeters wide. It's connected to some sort of generator by a thin wire. It looks like some really cheap equipment. That's all there is. Nothing else. After explaining something in some language I don't understand, Russian maybe, the person filming the video slowly turns the power on. And then... the silvery triangle falls soundlessly into the air. Then it remains stationary.
反重力装置だと。
そんなのあるわけない。あったら世紀の大発見よ。イオンクラフトっていうぐらいだから。この場合、帯電した空気と電極が関係してるんだと思う。
Lucy doesn't sound as confident as she usually does. We look up information on the Ioncraft lifter. Lots of sites have detailed instructions on how to make lifters, but I don't know how they work since the sites are all give conflicting theories.
そのリフターにセルンが目をつけた。そしてタイムトラベルに必要な装置として組み込んでいる。ミクロ特異点の質量や重力場を操作できるとなれば、やはりこれは反重力装置ということだろう。
まあそういう限定的条件に当てはめるなら間違いじゃないかもしれないけど。
Incredible. My curiosity has grown more by the second.
でもセルンはこのリフターの調整に苦労してるみたいね。ミクロ特異点の重力調整がうまくできていない。だから完全な裸の特異点を作れていない。
そのせいで被験者がゼリーマンになっていると見るべきだな。
Resonance.
裸の特異点が作れていないなら、つまり被験者はブラックホールに放り込まれるのと同じだから、その結果あらゆる物質がフラクタル構造になってしまったという仮説を提示してみる。
Lucy shrugs her shoulders in
リ
resignation.
フターはまだ未完成か。
If Taitra is telling the truth, then CERN won't complete their time machine for another 24 years.
俺たちが先に電話レンジカッコ仮を完成させれば、セル
規模が全然違う。それにセルンでさえ完成させていないのにあんたにできるわけないでしょ。これは簡単に解決できる問題じゃない。そもそも時間移動調整や時間跳躍後の場所指定の問題も、ジェリーマンの発見時期や発見場所がバラバラなのも納得だわ。例えば地の底とか宇宙空間とかに放り出されたゼリーマンもいるかもしれない。地球から何万キロも離れた宇宙空間に放り出されたら。
There's no point. I wonder if having a physics PhD ruins this for you. So I've mentioned to you that I have this friend that is actually working at CERN, right? Like she's a particle physicist, and she really liked the anime because she watched it, and like on the theory side it was correctish, so it didn't like ruin it for her completely.
可変重力ロックシステム
Except for like the theories about like time travel that went like awry pretty
それに
quick.
よって地球の重力を捉え、必ず地球がある場所に到着できるようになると。
タイターの説明はその点については曖昧だわ。そういう機会があるというだけじゃ説明にはならない。
でも時間移動したら同じ場所に出るだけじゃないの？
出るわけないでしょ。
I mean, the Earth is rotating, right?
なんで？
地球は常に動き続けているからだ。
そう、自転と公転。
You've got an email, Faris. Phantasms the cat's meow. Have you both phantasms reviewed single Nyaehh? Is the theme song for Rainet Kakeru. So if it's really popular, Faris bought 5 copies Nyaehh. It's my duty as a Rainetter anyway. There's an important secret hidden in Phantasm songs. The key to unlocking it is... Oops. The bell is ringing. Nyaehh, looks like someone's here. Better see who it is. I'm aware they are said to contain directions to the sanctuary as well as prophecies regarding the end of the world. Isn't that right? Send.
「地球の自転速度は時速にしてだいたい1650キロ。公転速度は
Yeah, this is impossible to calculate. No matter what you have, you just simply cannot calculate where you will land.
1時間前にいた座標から私たちはそれだけ離れることになる。
おお、そう考えると僕たちってテラハヤス。
それだけじゃない。地球を含む太陽系はミルキーウェイに属してる。諸説あるけど、だいたい1日に5000万キロぐらい地球が移動する速さでね。
How can she roll all those numbers so smoothly off her tongue? I get that she's a genius, but it's hardly common knowledge. Has she been doing research on the topic?
なんかもうスケールがどうもないぞな。
ついでに言うと、ミルキーウェイを含む複数の銀河で銀河群、それらの銀河群も超銀河団も動いているかもしれないわけ。いずれにせよ、ほんの1秒前に飛ぼうとするだけでも膨大な局所場指定の計算が必要になる。手動じゃ無理だし、同じ場所に移動しようと思ったらスパコンで計算したって海外
ならば仕方あるまい。ダイターを探し出し、その可変重力システムを借りようではないか。
それは明暗ね。
What?
この問題についてセルンは
After blowing me off, Kurisi goes back to reading Stern's documents. Daru and I aren't good at English, so there's nothing we can do but let her work. Down rakes. We stayed up all night again. Fighting drowsiness, I refill my mug with instant coffee. I've already lost count on how many I've had.
Okabe.
Kurisa hands her mug to me without looking away from the computer. I guess she expects me to refill it. Since when did I become her maid? She should ask Mayuri for stuff like this. Mayuri's a professional maid after all. That said, Kurisa's the one reading Stern's documents right now. Daru and I can manage if we use translation software, but we're nowhere near as efficient as she is. While it's not exactly what I had in mind when I said I wanted to borrow her knowledge, it just goes to show that I was right to make her a labman. She's an asset to the lab, for now at least. I should try not to upset her. I silently take the mug from Kurisu, dump in the powdered coffee and pour in the hot water from the pot. 2 pockets of sugar, no milk. Kurisu had already requested it the same way 5 times today. I mix it well and bring it over to Kurisu. She doesn't immediately realize I'm standing behind her, so I hold the mug in front of her face. She takes it without turning.
ありがとう。
Her eyes never leave the screen. She's completely absorbed in Stern's research. Even though she was adamant when she called them traitors to scientists everywhere, she's not above picking their brains. But I understand how she feels. I'm itching to know more myself. Daru is fast asleep on the sofa. His snoring is quite loud. Furthermore, it sounds like he has sleep apnea. I'm surprised Kurisa has been able to ignore it. Is she just that focused? I decide to watch some TV. As always, the news channels are all covering the Radican satellite crash.
人工衛星墜落から5日が経過した秋葉原ですが、夏休みシーズンに入ったということもあり、放置されたままの人工衛星を一目見ようと名古屋から来ました。埼玉から車で。
Part-time warrior. I'm so hungry I had to skip breakfast again today. I don't have much money on hand. Are there any good places to find insects or weeds around here? I can get by using my survival skills if I have to reply. What kind of childhood did you have? What the hell?
千葉の女子高生です。というように、日本全国一方、今日未明、NASA、アメリカ航空、日本に人工衛星が墜落した事実はないと語り。
So apparently this is not a satellite, okay. Is it really under an investigation? This could be another plot of the organization. Happy time zone. Good time zone. The door unlocks from outside and Mayuri comes in. She has a convenient stored bag in hand. There are various food items inside, but it doesn't look like they're there for us.
なんかね、ズズーンっていう重い空
The three of us probably look pretty haggard since we stayed up all night, but it's hard to put on a bright smile now that I know about CERN. Oh, she opens the window wide. The sky is so blue it hurts my eyes. Large clouds listlessly drift on the wind. It truly is refreshing sight. Mayuri's appearance makes Daru get up with a grimace. Kurisus also finally moves away from the computer, sipping her hot coffee while rubbing her eyes. I glance at the clock, then go to the center of the room and call for attention. A round table conference?
久々に円卓会議。
なんぞそれ。
ラボメンによる報告。
そんなのこれまでにやったことあったっけ？
そもそも円卓なんてどこにあ
Even
る
have
の？
a round table?
実物はない。だが我らラボメンの心の中には。
そうだろ？じゃなかろうが、勝手に人の心の中に変なもの持たせないで。
マユシーにもあるかな。
ああ。
そっか。よかった。
What is a round table?
てかなんで円卓？アーサー王。
そもそも私はラボメンといっても期間限定だし。
Those people whine about every little thing.
とにかく円卓会議だ。マイリは昨日の夜はいなかったので。
I told Mayuri about everything we discovered in her absence, about how CERN is making a time machine, about Jellyman, about how Men in Black might be coming to raise us from what we know.
悪いことは良くないよ。
You shouldn't do bad things.
悪いだと？俺たちが？それを言うならばセルンの方がよほど悪。世界だけでは飽き足らず。
同意するわ。
For some reason, Kurisu backs me up.
セルンのやってることは社会的にも人間的にも、そして研究者として。
そうだけど。
She doesn't sound convinced. I don't want to get Mayuri involved, but she's surprisingly perceptive. She would find out even if we kept it a secret, so it's better to just tell her.
いずれにせよこれで我がラボとセルンとラグナロックは避けられなかった。
A large part of me is still afraid, but we've come too far to turn back now. We can't unlearn what we know.
ラグナロック？
Rag in a row.
また北欧神話か。
クリスティーナ、お前にはセルン調査について命じていたな。何か新たに分かったことは？
What is it with him and like all the mythologies?
命じられた覚えはないけどね。セルンがタイムトラベルにおいて抱えている問題って一つは電子注入装置リフターのこれがうまく機能しないとカーブラックホールの特異点をこの状態で特異点を通過しようとすれば超重力によって被験者をそれとタイムトラベル先の局所場指定ができないことが2点目特異だから各地で見つかっている14人のゼリーマンは人体実験は
Yeah, the guy on
2001
TikTok
年
with
か
the
ら
eyes
100
will
回以
get
上
on
行われ
pretty
てい
well. Yeah,
た
I agree.
つまり
They would be
残
best
りの
buddies.
80人以上はどこへ飛ばされたのかすら確
They
認
would
できてい
bond
ない
over their
という
theories.
こと。
なんで確認できないの？
まあ言うし、そんなことも知らんの？地球は常に動いてるんだよ。自転速度は時速にして
Daru's turn is
1500
authoritative, but he's just relaying what he heard from Kurisu
セ
on
レ
his
ンは
mind.
その2点について解を模索してるみたいだけどうまくいってないみたい。
So even CERN is having difficulties.
それで助手よ。セルンのタイムマシンから電話レンジカッコ仮のヒントになるようなもの。
ヒントね。
Kurisu stares at the ceiling in the thought.
そもそも LHC は世界一巨大な電子レンジなんて異名もあるぐらい。
そうか。つまり電話レンジカッコ仮は LHC の縮
Sure,
小版ということだな。
LGC?
あながち間違ってないかもね。
I was sure she'd deny it. In fact, I thought she would yell at me. But instead, she agreed with me. It throws me off a
も
little.
っとも電話レンジはわからないことが多すぎる。なんでセルンのタイムマシンと LHC と違ってこれはタイムトラベルのために作られ
マユシーの唐揚げを温めるた
It
め
was
の
made
も
to
の
warm Mayushi's chicken.
少なくとも ゼリーマンという現象が電話レンジカッコ仮でも起きているのだから。
ブラックホールができてるの？吸い込まれないかな？
If it sucked us in, we would become Jellyman too.
でも放電現象の仕組みや発生条件が解明できてない。
Yeah, I wonder how they actually made it like work the first time, and why can't they recreate it now?
放電現象が起きた時にだけ過去へ。
まだ2度しか成功していないが、その放電現象が意味するそれが発生した時だけ得意点への道が開けるのだ。
放電現象の原因はわからないじゃん。
それはこれから調べる。
そもそも過去へ送れるメールはデジタルデータであって物体じゃないわ。そこが。
いや、やることは同じだ。デジタルデータが得意点を通り抜けないと誰。
まあ確かに。
メールっていうから本物の紙飛行機にした手紙がピューンってと。
むしろ光線だろう。ところで過去へ送れるメールは言いにくいな。
またカッコつけ。
I've got bad feelings about this.
またとか言うな。この法王院教魔をバカにしているのか。
どうせヘンテコな名前をつけたいんでしょ。
変ってことは失敬だな。ならば発表しよう。俺はノスタルジアドライブ。
Oh my dear lord.
わかりにくい。却下。
貴様、助手の分際で却下できる権限があると思っているのか。
じゃあ多数決する？ノスタルジアドライブに賛成の人。
My hand shoots into the air, but nobody follows suit.
裏切ったな、誰マユリ。
クリスちゃんの言う通りだと思うな。
中二病すぎだろ上皇。
Traitors.
ならばお前たちには自分で考えたとっておきの。
やっぱり分かりやすさ重視にすべきだと思う。時間を遡っているメールなんだから。
Retro mail. Oh, god damn it. She's eating strawberry jelly. I mean, she's eating onigiri here. That's a scam. How can she eat that stuff after hearing about Jellyman?
今のマユリの反応が答えだ。クリ。
それはなんでもない。
もしかして今マユリが。
違うわよ。
クリスちゃん。
Oh, dear
思って
lord.
ない。全くこれっぽっちも思ってないから誤解しないで。
時をかけるメールの一択だろ。
The mail who leapt through
少
time.
し表現が硬いな。
オカリンのノスタルなんとかだって十分長いじゃんか。それにこれは映画の。
ロマンがあればいいのだ。ロマン。
そんな理由で却下かよ。
トゥットゥルー。
Back to the mail.
映画のタイ
マユシ、映画のタイトルネタはもう。
それに意味が微妙に違ってきてると思う。
意味とかじゃなくて映画の
いずれにせよ長い。
じゃあデロリアンメールとか。
もう何のメールかさっぱりわからないではないか。
I mean, it is still
こんな
referencing
く
the
だらない
movie.
ことに時間取ってる場合じゃないでしょ。もういっそのこと。
いや、しかしそれでは味気なさすぎると。
味気なかろうが味気があろうがどうでもいい。
Notes down. Kurisa's influence in the lab seems to have grown significantly these past few days.
D メールに決定し
Mayuri, and finished with her jelly, proclaims in satisfaction. Wait, when did Mayuri become the moderator?
で、なんで D メールみたいな現象が起きるん？
Yeah, what's our mail? You don't want to know, Oma.
リング得意点への道が開いているからだ。
ブラックホールが発生しているのかどうかは確認できていない。単に焦って結論を出すのは危険よ。
何を言う。お前は自分たちでタイムマシンを作りたいとは思わない。今語るべきは電話レンジカッコ仮をタイムマシンとして使えるようにするにはどうした。
でもさ、僕たちにできると思うん？
できるかどうかではない。いや、
何よその精神論至上主義。あんたって無能なトップの典型ね。
Insane mad science. I just can't every time. Every single time they go through this. I'm hoeing Kyoma. I'm just losing it. This is just too bizarre.
まあそもそもオカリンは別にトップじゃないけど。
It's not like Okarin's the boss
い
anyway.
かにも俺はな
象徴だかなんだか知らないけど、どうやって電話レンジをタイムマシンとして使えるようにする？
解放か。放電現象が起きるか起きないかは
どういうこと？
I look at my watch. It's past
発生
noon.
条件の再現だよ、クリスティン。昨日の夜いろいろ検討して、すなわち過去2回の放電現象が起きた時間を調べて、それによれば俺が誰の携帯に送った時に
But I think that they were able to jellyfy bananas like at any time
俺たち4
before.
人全員が目撃した D メールは、つまりその2つの時間帯に実験。
早速やってみましょう。
Chris is bolt into the development room, suddenly bursting with
それ
enthusiasm.
にしてもこの助手ノリノリである。
マユシーのバナナずいぶん減ったね。
Only one banana remains
また買って
untouched.
こなくちゃ。
We got rid of the jellified ones and then we ate the rest.
ごめんね、まゆりさん。後で新しいバナナ買ってくるから。
本当？オカリンやダル君はね、バナナ勝手に食べて。
I'll be sure to amend that in the future. A bunch of bananas is a small price to pay in order to bring chaos to the world. Kurisu picks the last banana off the stem, leans under the table and places it inside the microwave.
ゼリーマンになるか試してみる。
Tries to get up and gloriously bangs her head underneath the table.
ドジっ子アピールはよせ。
しとらんわ。
She gets up, blushing in embarrassment with tears in her eyes.
このレンジの配置、なんとかしろ。
床に穴が開いてしまうから無理だ。
クリスちゃん、クリスちゃん。
Mayuri pats the back of Kurisu's head, then sweeps her hand through the air.
サンクス。
Ah, she's so cute! Kurisu pulls herself together, types on her phone, and activates the phone wave, name subject to change. The banana inside the microwave slowly begins to spin backwards as the timer counts down. Kurisu is peering into the microwave, suddenly shouts in surprise. The banana has vanished. At the exact same moment, the banana reappears on its stem, jellified. I was a little anxious about the result, but it all worked out. I outwitted the impertinent genius girl. Now my position as a symbol of the lab is secure.
やるわね、岡部。あまりに単純すぎて気づけなかった。
Kurisu says with a slightly sulky expression.
それでも俺に3時の言葉を送る姿勢は強化してやる。
それより D メールが再現できるかについても確認しないと。
Kurisu ignores my proud laughter and excitedly starts typing out an email.
この高音韻響の威厳がクリスティーナのせいで。
もともと威厳はないと思う。
You never had any to begin with.
いいからそこの男子2人手伝って。岡部、
When did I
あんたの
become an
携帯にメー
assistant?
ル送るから
I。grind my teeth in frustration, but I do as I'm told and insert my phone into the phone wave, name subject to change slot.
ねえねえ、クリスちゃん。なんて。
Mayuri presses up against Kurisu and sneaks a peek at Kurisu's phone.
意味のある文章である必要。
待て、そこの助手。何を。
さあね。準備いい？送るわよ。
Daru has already set the microwave's timer through the computer. There is nothing inside, but the microwave still operates. The countdown starts from 120. This is where the timing counts. We know that we have to open the microwave door during operation, but we still don't know when to send the email. For now, we'll do them simultaneously. Kurisu readies her fingers on her phone's send button. I grasp the microwave's door handle. Mayuri seeks cover.
じゃあカウントするぜ。
The microwave's timer soon indicates 70.
3、2、1、0。
Kurisu presses send, and nearly at the same instant I open the microwave door. Lightning crackles in the air. The cushion underneath the phone wave, name subject to change, collapses under the weight. The floor starts creaking. It's exactly like the discharge phenomenon that occurred before. The discharge lasts about 10 seconds. After it subsides, we start the phone wave, name subject to change, with bated breath. Luckily, it didn't break through the floor. I mean, they probably should start thinking about doing it somewhere else. I disconnected my phone from the phone wave, name subject to change, and checked my email. Kurisu stands beside me and peers at my screen. Airhead. It did. Okabe isn't. It's split, but it's there. There is an email there, 2 of them even, and they're written in English. The timestamps are from 5 days ago. Kurisu starts laughing when she sees the email, even though she's the one who wrote it. The Okabe in the first one is obviously my name. But what does airhead in the second one mean? My English is shaky. Is she saying my head can fly or something? Whatever, I may not know what it means, but I do know this. My assistant is making fun of me. But this doesn't matter right now.
Christina, お前はメールを
送ったのは
マユシーも見たよ。
しかし2通受信しているぞ。
そうね。一つの文章。
ちなみにこの文章の意味は？
自分で調べれば？
I guess she doesn't want to answer.
そういえばさ、この前の D メール。
そうだ。
Yeah, it was like the first email that we sent.
僕は確かオカリンは変態って送ったはずだお。
And the one about Makise Kurisu was also split in half. Even I think even more than 2.
何が原因なのかしら。
ゼリーマンと関係があるかもしれん。
でもマユシーはね。
確かに前に送った時も5日前に届いてた。
まあそうだった。
なんか法則性でもあるんじゃね？
じゃあさ、もっとじゃあじゃあ。
Mary's right. Now that we figure out how to send emails, we should keep experimenting and collect as much data as we can.
よし、ラボメンよ。
また始まった。
これより D メール実験を。ダルはテケロッパにて電話レンジカッコ仮の監視、調整、助手はメールを打ち続けろ。さまざまなパターンの文章を試せ。日本語、英語。
I'm sure Shining Finger would be better for the job, but since she's not the lab man, I'll have to leave it to Kurisu.
マユリには買い出しを命じる。
Just buy some bananas for now.
バナナを買ってきて。
オカリン太っ。
じゃあ岡部はレンジのドアの開け閉めね。
うひょー。
いや、上司の判断は的確だ。
あ、いや。
なお、本作戦はトップシークレットである。誰にも漏らしてはならない。いいな。
Mayuri knows, the others are ignoring me.
では、作戦名を発表する。
作戦名とかいらないから。始めます。
なん。
You ruined my climatic scene. Damn, new assistant, this is an outrage. Afterwards, the email experiment, its name is Operation Urd, though I lost my chance to announce it, continues for 2 hours. That is actually a good name, because Urd was the Norse goddess of the past. During that time, every email goes back in time without a hitch. Now it's the time to take a break, we're all hungry, and except for Mayuri, we've been up since last night.
どうぞ休んでて。私はもうちょっとやってみるから。
She's been going at it for hours and she's still full of energy. It's hard to believe she was so opposed to time travel research before. Her scientist blood must be on fire. We've made a number of discoveries, but we can wait to assess them until after we eat. Dara and I leave the 2 girls to watch over the lab as we go shopping at the convenience store. Are you going for more bananas? We return from the convenience store to find the brown tube workshop one and the only part-time warrior standing in front of the building. She's stretching. She noticed me and calls out without stopping her exercises.
なんか朝から愉快そうなことしてる？
Shenanigans? This girl has a thing for unusual words.
いかにも聞いて驚くな。俺たちは
そっか。
お前もっと驚いたらどうなのだ。
ま、信じられんのは当然じゃね。 僕もさ、つうかそう簡単に秘密ばらしちゃっていい
Isn't that a top secret?
機密事項じゃなかった？
始まった。そこのバイト選手よ。今俺が話したことは。
いいけど、そうじゃなくてさ。
Part-time warrior glances at the brown tube workshop. The boss is really pissed. Why?
2階からの振動がすごくってさ。
Dust everywhere, kind of like an air raid. He was saying stuff like what's the nutcase doing? Am I paying raises down rent?
ゲゲゲ。追い出さ
What
れ
if
たら
he
まずい。
kicks us out? Oh, that's true.
ここは俺に任せろ。
了解。あんた今最高に輝いてるよ。
そういや、マキセクリスって来てんの？
おう。
Come to think of it, she did pick a fight with Christina
知り
yesterday.
合いなのか？初見？
That's a strange way of putting it.
お、初めて会ったにしてはやたら。
支援だよ。
What? I barely heard her. Her voice was so low. I'm about to ask her to repeat herself, but Suzuha is staring at the ground in silence. She obviously doesn't want to talk about this. Did she call Kurisu her enemy? But that doesn't make sense.
お、個人的な恨みがあるということか。
まあね、
何かあったのか？
直接はないかな。
間接的というとどういう、なんなら俺がクリスティーナに。
別にいいって。
もしかして単なる逆恨みだったりするのか？
もうしつこい。
She hits me with a glare.
岡部倫太郎さ、私のことより店長に
Actually,
謝
I'm
り
getting
に行か
cold
なくてい
feet.
いの？
But I'm Hoin Kyoman, the mad scientist who brings chaos to the world. I can't falter now. I still myself and enter the brown tube workshop. Part-time warrior follows me inside.
失礼する。
Mr. Brown is sitting at the counter inside, slurping delivery ramen. Even when I enter, he doesn't look away from the huge 42-inch CRT. It's showing some news show's report on some celebrity divorce. Part-time warrior doesn't say anything. She's just going to stand there and watch him rip me a new one.
おい、岡部。おめえ一体上で何やってんだ？
Straight to the punch. He doesn't take his eyes off the TV, nor does he stop slurping his ramen. Yet despite his sedentary posture, he executes extraordinary pressure. But now it's not the time to falter.
実は世紀の実験中でしてね。
おめえらのお遊びのことはどうでもいいんだよ。結構ボロいビルだからよ。おめえらがガタガタ揺らすと壁にひびでもできるんじゃねえか
Better
と。
keep quiet about the dent in the floor.
ミスター・ブラウンよ。まさかこのビル。
Tell me for this building's earthquake safety certificate.
だったらどうなんだよ。
What if I did? Holy crap. Maybe we should seek shelter
ちゃ
soon.
んと補強工事はした。だがな。
このビルの人。
あ？
我らが行っている実験は何度も言うがこのビルをあと10年延命させるよりよほど意義のあるものだ。
The building starts shaking again as soon as I finish speaking. Flakes of concrete start falling from the ceiling. The 42-inch CRT image goes to static. Damn it, Dad, what are you doing? I thought I told you to stop the experiments.
あら、岡部。
He's glaring at me.
なんか落ちてきたぞ。ラーメンに入ったろうが。どうしてくれる
Don't
んだ。
get into my ramen.
とにかく出ないと家賃を1万あげる。
10K?
任せるがいいミスター・ブラウン。我が名誉にかけて今日はもう揺らさないと誓おう。
With that, I race out of the brown tube workshop.
クリスティーナ、今すぐ実験は中止だ。
When I burst into the lab, I find the three of them in the middle of lunch. Mayuri has juicy chicken number 1. Daru has a convenience store boxed lunch. Kurisu's eating cup noodles with a fork.
ごめんね、おかり。
Yushi tried to warm some chicken.
ついいつもの癖で。
そうか。
あんたにメール届いてるはずだけど。
Your sarcasm is not appreciated, Christina. You know as well as I do that my phone is still attached to the phone wave, name subject to change. I disconnect my phone from the phone wave while grinding my teeth. Oh, there's a lot of emails. One more, please. One more, please.
ふざけるな。 ミスター・ブラウンに睨まれるのは俺な。
5日も前に
But I
通
gave you
告したの
5 days
に
advance notice. Well, yeah, the timestamp's from 5 days ago, but
店長怒ってた？
was he mad? I could feel his killing aura. Letter turned us pale, but the two girls don't seem to care. They know not the wrath of Mr. Brown. Ignorance is a bliss.
とにかく今日はこれ以上の。
実験のデータは十分取れたわ。
Then Kurisu hides her mouth with her hand as she yawns.
さすがに眠くて辛くなってきたし、髪もパサパサだし、シャワーを浴びてゆっく
I
り
sighed and
眠り
I
たい。
Burke's lunch out of the convenience store bag. Who's that? Lukaku. Kyoma-san, are you familiar with ghetto froggies? They were huge fat last year. We have ton of them at the shrine, so if you like, you could take a few of them from our hands. Dad brought the whole box home for some reason. Then he said they were for me. I don't know what to do with them. P.S. I was so bewildered. I couldn't do any practice with Samidara. I suspect that last year's Ghetto Froggy boom was an organization plot. Be careful, Lukaku. Those Ghetto Froggies may be responsible for your father's strange behavior. Send. It's cold, so I toss it into the phone wave, name subject to change, and set the timer normally.
シャワーならここにもあるよ。
なんか汚そう。
Probably filthy.
お世辞にも綺麗なシャワー室とは言え。
そもそも岡部と同じシャワー室を使うなんて。
気持ちはわかる。誰も使えとは言っていないしな。もっとも徹夜明けで俺も誰も。
Given the sweltering heat and the fact that we kept the windows closed all night, I bet this place is smelling pretty rotten by
だから
now.
食べ終わったら帰るわよ。
Teresa slipped her cup noodles indignantly. I bowed them at her request. She was raised in America, yet she liked cup noodles?
高
Strange.
級ホテルでセレブ気分のバスタイム。
お断りします。
マユシーも行ってみたい
まゆりさんなら歓迎する。
You can come anytime.
な。ありが
I take my warm food out of the microwave, take a fresh bottle of Dr. P out of the fridge, and join in on lunch.
とう。ねえねえオカリ。前から不思議だったんだけどね。ご飯
特に疑問を持った覚えはないぞ。
僕も。
そうね。私、
まゆりがおかしいんだろう。食事と炭酸飲料の。
普通だよな、上皇。
異論はない。
そんなみんながおかしいんだよ。
I'm a pure Duckperian that loves cola like a typical fat otaku, and Kurisu lives in America, home of soda. So I admit our opinion is biased, but it is also kinda based. But that doesn't matter right
さ
now.
て、オペレーションウルドの実験成果について、この場で検討してみようか。
オペレーションウルドって？
そういえば昨日はどこぞの女子のせいで作戦名を披露できなかったのだったな。
実験の成果はあった。
He interrupts me
D
again.
メールについて少なくとも何ができるのかは分かったから。
Kurisu places her empty noodle cup on the table, then retrieves the whiteboard from the development room. While the rest of us eat, she scribbles on the whiteboard, then puts it up against the wall.
とまあこんな感じ。補足や反論は？
Nothing especially, she summarized the vital parts. Mayuri has her mouth half open in a blank stare. She clearly doesn't
D
understand.
メールでは最大で英文36文字か。日本語文18文字しか送れないというのは不便だな。改善したいところだ。
でも、いつへ送るかの調節ができるのを発見したのは
Though we can only set it in 1 hour increments, we can control how far back the emails go by using the microwave's timer.
発見しただけで満足してたら無意味。原理を突き止めないと。ここ
原理の究明か。確かにそれが分からなければ6文字 ×3 しか送れないのは何が原因だ？
Suddenly, Mario has been staring at the ceiling in confusion until now raises her
あの
hand.
ね、唐揚げやバナナはゲル揚げとか。
だから略すなよ。
According to Mayuri, the frozen chicken had indeed been jellified when she tried eating it. Kurisu's prediction was right.
で、D メールは18文字まではきっとね、おっき きなものとかたくさんは送れないんじゃない？あ、もしかしてカーブブラックホールが、
だからカーブラックホール
ブラックホールの穴がきつ
Give
いんだ
up.
よ。
まゆし、今の言葉もう一度よろ。
God damn it, Daru.
穴がきついの。
これはけしからん。
言わせているんじゃないや、ホダル。
Mayuri has flowers for brains, so she's easily prey for Daru's perversions and drives me crazy.
穴がきついか。あながち間違ってないかも。おそらくセルンのタイムマシンと同じ原因ね。リフターの調整がうまくできてないから完全には得意点を裸にできず、そのせいで送れる容量が限定される。
唐揚げやバナナはともかく全角6文字半角12文字のデータっつうと容量は12バイトだね。
English characters are half width, so they only use 1 byte, but full width Japanese characters use 2.
バイト？キロバイトじゃなくて？
This chapter has a lot of questionable wording. I mean, let's just say that they're all tired for pulling like 2 all-nighters in a row, right?
そうなのか、ジョッシュ。
So they might
うるさい
be
な。バイトなん
coping.
て単位は最近見ないから確認しただけよ。
By the way, 1 kilobyte is 1024 bytes. 1 byte is 8 bits.
まあ電子メールは本文テキストだけじゃないけどさ、送信先と送信元のメルアドとかヘッダとかもろもろ込みだともっと増えるけど、目安として12バイト分の文字数なら3回分は転送できるってことじゃね。あ、ちなみに件名は入れると入れないとでどう変わるかわかんねえ。
確かに唐揚げやバナナをデジタルデータに換算したところで12バイト程度のサイズになるとは思う。
Yeah, I would say that they're for sure larger than 12 bytes.
塩は一つ一つが小さいから12バイト以下と換算された可能性がある。
Because I think it's about like all the information you have inside of the banana. I would say it's more than 12 bytes.
質量ではないかもしれん。データには重さはない。
いずれにせよ、得意点を裸にできていない時点でイベントホライゾンを通過せざるを得なくなる。そのイベントホライゾン内では空間と時間の入れ替わりの影響でリング上得意点に到達した被験者は超高速に達しているから、超重力により押しつぶされて破壊されたデータがブラックホールから吐き出されてしまう。
ゼリーマンの出来上がりだ。
でも質量が小さければ通り抜けられるとも思えない。どっちにしろ超重力の中を抜けないといけないのよ。
穴がきついのならば注入する電子を増やせばいい。
そんな簡単な問題とは思えない。セルンだってその方法は試したはず。なのに単純に電子の量を増やす。
そうか。
そもそもセルンではリフターがあるけど、電話レンジの場合その
That's a
リフ
point.
ターに変わるものがな。少なくともその代替物の効果によりリング得意点に36バイトプラスある。
よくわかんないよ。
Mayuri's finished with her chicken and looks at us in confusion.
リング上得意点の入り口である内側のイベントホライゾンを魔王城の門に。
魔王城？
Hundreds of soldiers attack the heavily fortified Demon Lord's castle gate. The soldiers can use the magic called Lifter to force the castle gate open, but they can only keep it open for a moment before it closes. During that moment, only 12 soldiers can break through. The soldiers can only use Lifter magic 3 times. The 33 soldiers who make it through the gate return triumphantly as the heroes who slew the Demon Lord. But the soldiers who are left behind are imprisoned by the Demon's Lord minions. They are taken to the castle's prison cells and turned into slimes. The heroes save them after defeating the Demon Lord, but unfortunately they go home as slimes.
ムになって帰ってきた騎士さんたちが。
だが例外もある。
The soldiers can combine into a super soldier with the strength and size of 100 army ordinary soldiers. The super soldier has the power to defeat the demon lord alone, but since his body is too big, he can't pass through the gate, even when it's opened by a lifter. And so, deprived of his magic's effectiveness, the weakened super soldier is seized by the demon lord's underlings and sent home and defeated as a giant slime.
なんだその無茶。
図体が大きすぎてはダメだと言うたと。
なるほど。
そう
オカリンの例えはともかく、これでゼリーマンの件は解明できた。
すべてマユリの。
マユシーは
Mayushi will say she's always helpful. It doesn't matter what she does, she's
いいひ
helpful.
らめきだったぞ、マユリ。
よかっ
でもまだ仮説
証明ってどうやんの？
岡部と橋田さんが被験者として志願してくれるなら喜
The
んで。
experiment
人体
on
実
you.
験ってなんか響きがやばいよね。性的な意味で。だが断る。僕はされる。
右に同じ。
バカども。
Teresa gives us a cold stare and shrugs her shoulders in exasperation.
何度も言うけど問題はあの電話ね。
それともう一つ。なぜ時間帯によって。
わからないことはあるけど、
We may not understand everything, but we've perfected the art of demailing.
ファイナルア
Isn't
ンサ
that our
ー？
final
過
answer?
去にメールを送れる。
人が直接過去へ飛べるわけじゃないから、タイムマシン？
それをやろうとしてセルンほどの研究機関が失敗し続けている。タイターの予言によると完
I
成ま
answered
であと
Chris's sarcastic question with a nod.
確かに今の俺たちでは物理的なタイム。しかし俺たちはそれでもタイムトラベルを実現させた。
この電話レンジはもっとちゃんと検証するべきね。
D メールをもっと。
気持ちはわかるが今日は無理だ。もしまたビルを揺らしたらミスター・ブラウンから最後。詳細な検証は明日以降に行う。だがこれだけは宣言させてくれ。
I step onto the couch and look at the labman in
靴
turn.
脱がなきゃ汚れちゃうよ。
本日
I agree, you have to take off your shoes, it's dirty, you shouldn't have shoes inside.
2010年8月2日はなぜならタイムマシン開発に成功。
人類史上初じゃなくね？
そもそも開発したとは言えない。
助手はセレンディピティという言葉を知らないらしいな。
それはそうだけど。
でもクリスちゃんってタイムマシンなの。
今のところは認めざるを得ないってだけ。原理を究明していけばもしかしたらタイムマ
けどいつもこいつも俺人類史上初のいや史上2番目かもしれないが今日の第66回円卓会議は以上だ。
今のって円卓会議だったん？知らんかった。
And it's even the
しかも
76th.
66回って。
円卓だろうがなんだろうがどうでもいいわ。
Teresa gets up from her chair and stretches.
帰ってシャワー浴びて寝る。
マユシーはもうすぐバイトなのです。
I'm incredibly tired, I'll just sleep today. But when I lie down, I find myself unable to sleep. Though part of me is still frightened by the dark secrets we've uncovered, the curiosity and excitement are too much to bear. We've built a machine that can send emails to the past. It's like a dream, but it's real and it's ours. And as I start to think of ways to use it, my imagination spreads out to infinity, driving the last vestiges of fear from my mind. I'm standing in absolute darkness. How long have I been here? I can't remember. I can't move. I can't feel. I can't see. The world is
何
empty.
もないんじゃない。
A voice resounds in the blackness, as if in whispering in my ear, as if screaming from far away, as if dozens of people around me are speaking at once. Where am I?
ここはイベントホライゾンを超えた場所。時間と空間の役割が入れ替わった場所。
Suddenly the darkness is dispelled. An ocean of stars fills the heavens. The sight is breathtakingly beautiful. However, one point in space lacks stars. I notice that point. I stare at that point. My body starts to fall. I'm falling through the sea of stars. No, not falling. I'm being pulled into a rift of utter darkness from which not even a light can escape. In an instant, my consciousness has exceeded the speed of light. Stars flash past and vanish from sight. Light itself is but dust in my wake. Logic screams that this cannot be. Nothing can move faster than light. That would contradict the theory of relativity.
あんたは移動なんてしていない。
That voice again. It comes from behind, overtaking my faster-than-light consciousness. At the same time, it seems to lie in wait on my destination. Why do I hear Christina's voice?
あんたは移動なんてしていない。
The same words.
言ったはず。ここでは空間と時間の役。あんたは空間を移動することはできない。あんたの時間が延々と引き伸ばされているのよ。
I accelerate. I can hardly breathe. It feels like something is crushing my body.
あんたの1秒が私には永遠となる。遠くから観察
As I
して
observe
い
you
る
from a
私
distance,
に
I
は
see you as a still object.
あんた
I fall.
は
I'm
停止して
pulled
いるように
to
し
the
か見
depths
え
of the
ない。
dark, or perhaps to the end of the universe. But even beyond the speed of light, I'll never reach it. Am I looping? No, that's not it. Is the end running away from me? That's not it either. Stretching. What is stretching? Space? Me?
振り返ってはいけない。永遠は無限ではない。永遠へ向かって時間が終わりは存在する。
Something approaches. It approaches slowly, a stark contrast to the stars flashing past. Is it really approaching? It looks like it's standing still. Its slowness gives it a delusion. I don't know what it is, but it is something.
イベントホライゾン。
I try to reach towards it, but my hand won't move.
振り返ってはいけない。そこには1秒が永遠へと引き伸ばされたあんたが連なっているから。
I'm slowly to a stop, but still I keep falling. The end never comes. An asymptotic approach to zero. When will the second pass?
時間と空間の役割は入れ替わっている。
A second stretched out to infinity. 1 second becomes 0.1 seconds. That becomes more and more and more. More zeros every time. When will I arrive? Gradually time shortens. Gradually my perception of time lengthens.
前を向いてたどり着いて
No matter how close I get, I can never reach it.
魔王の縄文へ。
Suddenly her words take an amused tone. The demon's lord's gate.
あんたは鍵を持っていない。だから縄文をこじ開けられず。
I try to shout, but my mouth won't move. I mustn't look back.
魔王の手下に捕らえられる。
Pictures from the gentleman's report flicker through my brain, my body.
振り返ってはいけない。
I want to look back. I want to go back. I can't look back. I can't go back. I face towards the thing. I face the future of becoming a jellyman, while frozen for eternity. Roused by a melody, I slowly open my eyes. Instead of an ocean of stars, I see Lap's familiar ceiling. What a bad dream. It's bright out. What time is it? My phone is ringing. I've got quite a few emails. Okay, let's check the other. Are you there? Did you go out? Where are you? Are you still at the cat? Oh, the mail demon again. I thought I told her to stop with the spam. I checked the clock. It's 9 a.m. I slept for over 15 hours. No wonder I feel so lethargic. I stifle a yawn as I unlock the door. When I open the door, I see shining figure Kiryu Moeka standing there looking down at her phone. Her expression doesn't change, but she bows her head slightly. I guess that's her way of saying sorry. I guess I can't just leave her standing here. I reluctantly invite her in, then shut the door and collapse back onto the sofa. I'm still half asleep. I went to the trouble of inviting her in, but Moeka just stands in a corner of the room.
一緒に
なに少しばかり宇宙を漂う粒子の気分を味わっていた。
Maybe I'm not more shocked by the truth of certain experiments than I thought I was. At any rate, I'm still drowsy. My vision's a little blurry too. I feel like yawning again. I failed to stifle it this time.
それで本当に IBN5100 を見に来たのか
He knows. Then she starts entering something on her phone. What the hell is wrong with her? I love this one. He said I could come... Sure, I did say that. But if you're going to visit someone, don't you usually let them know beforehand? Oh, that's gonna be so annoying.
見せるのはいいがこんな朝っぱらに来なくて
Wait, I get it. Your true intention is to do an article on me, isn't it?
貴様
Like back when we first met and she took a picture of me without permission. Since I am the infamous mad scientist Ho in Kyoma, I am quite a delicious topic. In my dealings with dark powers, I've learned secrets that could topple governments. People would love to get their hands on my knowledge. Of course, that's why I'm being chased by the organization. And that's why I refuse all interviews and photo ops. And now comes this woman aiming at me. A dirty trick, but effective. But Nyaehh doesn't really react to my sharp accusation. And am I wrong about her? Oh, now she's talking. Too bad I don't understand what she means. Is what okay? I don't miss the way Nyaehh quickly scans the room.
IBN5100
いいだろ う
Fine, but
しかし
just
見せるだけだ
I won't
そして
sell
見た
or
ら
lend
帰る
it to
の
her no matter
そ
what.
れでいいか
That machine is critical to our hacking operation against her and the enemy. Nyaehh bites her lip, but she soon nods faintly. I open the curtains to the development room.
その段ボールだ中に入ってる
I pointed to it by jerking my chin. Nyaehh slowly walks up to the cardboard box, takes a breath and peeks inside. Her eyes instantly light up, and she stares at the machine in fascination. Maybe she's not only a male demon, but also a retro PC maniac. Or maybe she's even a pervert with a retro PC fetish. No way, I don't want to live in the same world as perverts of that level. I mean, he lives with Daru. After staring at the IBN for a few moments, she starts cheerfully typing out an email. What an annoying woman. I wanna take a picture, yeah, sure.
無断撮影は禁止だどんなカメラで撮る
Unless
のか
I
教
put
えても
strict
らおう
restrictions on the photography, she might snap my picture when I'm not paying attention. I'm being chased by the organization, so I can't expose my face to the media. Nyaehh stops moving once I give her my
いや
instructions.
いい使おうとしているカメラを奥の棚に置
Nyaehh silently places her phone on the shelf, but she doesn't let go. She keeps her hand on it.
まさかそれかその携帯の
Nyaehh
内蔵
nods,
カメラで撮る
still
と
expressionless. I thought she was doing a magazine article, but if she's using her phone, something tells me she's not very good at her job. Or maybe she's so nervous about interviewing me that she forgot her camera. At any rate, I'm starting to feel sorry for her.
OK だ自由に撮ってもらって構わんただし
撮るつもりないから
Nyaehh starts shooting the IBN. She doesn't even glance at the great Ho in Kyoma. She might act like she doesn't care, but I can tell she's waiting for me to lower my guard. She can't deceive those eyes of mine. A picture of me is worth millions to the right people. Given her stalker-like behavior, it seems self to assume that I'm the true focus of her interest. But I won't be exposed so easily. I feel sorry for her, but I can't let the organization find me. I've been on the run for so long that caution has become habit. Leave no trace of where you've been. Stay vigilant around the clock. That's how you stay alive. I keep my guard up, ready to respond with lethal force should she attempt to take my picture. But 5 minutes later and she's still focused on the IBN, and it's like I'm not even in the room. She dares attack my pride? A fearsome opponent indeed. 30 minutes later, she's still taking pictures. The period between shutter sounds has lengthened, but she's still adjusting her angle for every shot. Her expression is completely serious. Come on, it's a computer, not a supermodel. I watch her work from the lounge as I munch on a breakfast banana. I would have preferred to get something from the convenience store, but I didn't want to leave Nyaehh alone. I know it's too heavy for her to carry, but still, there's no telling what this fanatic will do if I let her out of my sight. Bor,
ダ
no.
メだと言っただろ
I directed my answer towards the development
う。そ
room.
もそもそれは凶悪な重さだからな。お前一人。あ、いやいや待てい。
I did not see the email.
なぜ貸すのが前提になっているのだ。貸さないと言っているだろうが。
Okay.
本当に
本当だ。
どうしても
どうして
No
も
matter
だ。
what. Once again, she does her thing, typing on her phone at a high speed. Ah. Me, not me, it's mine. Did she really just have to send me a one-word mail? What a troublesome
いいか
woman.
よく聞け。幻のレトロ PC IBN5100 それが厳然たる事実。神ですら言う。そもそも契約において俺は一時的にこれの力を
The original owner tell me.
教えることはできんな。守秘義務もまた契約の中に含まれているし。
I mean, anything could happen. Micah might seduce Lucas dad, for instance, and get him to lend her the IBN. And then I couldn't complain if Micah took it away. I must avoid that situation at all costs. Of course, I don't think Micah can seduce anyone with her personality, and since Lucas dad has a wife and kids, I don't think he'll fall easily either. No. Micah, meanwhile, is just staring at the floor in what I assume is defeat.
俺もそこまで鬼ではない。俺は俺の目的のためにこれと契約した。その目的を果たした後ならば
When they return, I begin to Yanabayashi shrine. Ragnarok will be over and the fate of the world will have already been decided. Aha.
そして
So Yanabayashi's shrine will
ラグナロクで
survive.
勝利に終わろうと敗北に終わろうと。いや、今の言葉は忘れてくれ。
それより
Please, I had some good angst going there. She's just oblivious to the mood.
IBN5100 は柳林神社にあった。
Just then I hear the sound of the door opening. Moeka twitches. I look into the lounge and see Daru wiping the sweat off his brow and- with a towel as he comes in.
グーテンモルゲン
Good in the
随
morning.
分早いな。
Ever since the university went into summer break, Daru has been coming to the lab in the morning less and less. But then again, he's also been staying up all night more and more.
昨日夕方から寝始めたからさあっつおおかりそちらのエロセクシーな三次元
Sexy
女性は
pretty
どなた
woman.
ああ、紹介しよ
シャイニングフィンガー
Does her hand glow with an awesome
う。
power?
ならない。だ、
能力
見ればわかるはずだ。
まあいいやよろ
Even though Daru bowed his head, Mecca doesn't so much as look at him. She's now looking down at her phone, not that she ever really looked away. Daru turns red.
なんという華麗なスルー
You're a mainstream woman.
萌えかよ。
I mean, she wanted to meet Super Haka. She slowly lowers her chin imperceptibly. What's that supposed to be about? Her expression hasn't changed at all. Everything Daru says flows cleanly through one ear and out of the other. And she was so eager to meet the Super Haka before.
おかりまさかこの
やばいこととはなんだ。
撮影だと
You're going to blackmail her and force her to be your sex toy?
エロゲノを現実に持ち込むのはやめろ。
させん
Daru's jokes aren't helping.
そうそう電話レンジだけどさ
改良？
ほら今って結構めんどい
おお。
それをもっと簡単に
I want
で
to
きるようにしたく
simplify
て
the process and also make it possible to forward the phone wave's dedicated
転
phone.
送とは
今は D メールの送信先は電話レンジにつなげた携帯だけっしょ
That's right. In yesterday's experiments, my phone was attached to the phone wave name subject to change socket, so my inbox was flooded with
それって
emails.
結構不便じゃん電話レンジ専用携帯に転送機能をつけちゃえば
改良にはどれぐらいかかる？
2,3 時間じゃねオカリンも
わかっ
No,
た。
that's a nice upgrade.
手伝おう。
OK
Daru really is reliable. I walk up to him with my hand raised with a high five. But he completely ignores it, sits on the sofa and begins eating. Damn it. Pay attention, Daru. I slowly lower my hand. Whatever. Once the upgrades are complete, we'll gather the lab mems and begin discussing serious email use. It's time to think about the practical applications of sending email to the past. Another email? I could ignore it, but the ringtone keeps demanding my attention. You said something about sending emails to the past, didn't you? What does that mean? Ah, Daru, idiot. How could you make such a basic mistake? Moeka, whose eyes have never once left her phone, is now staring straight at me. I need to talk my way out of it somehow. She may just be a part-timer, but she's still a journalist of sorts. If she learns that we've built the world's first time machine, there's no way we'll be able to keep it under wraps. The organization is sure to find out. I can't let that happen. You misheard us. Moeka shakes her head. Moeka's pretty persistent. I know that because of her mail attacks. She won't let me escape so easily. What should I do? In frustration, I put my phone to my ear. Information number 8 got leaked.
場合によっては口封じこれがシュタインズゲートの選択だとしたらいや L プサイコングル
I put my phone in my pocket and turned back to Moeka. It doesn't concern you. Moeka looks down and begins typing another email. Ah, FB. She makes wait. Wait. How do I go back? No, cancel. How back look is 2, right? Michael looks down and begins typing another email. What the hell does that mean? Since she doesn't include her usual signature, does that mean she was in a hurry? Her expression didn't change at all though. Anyway, I disregard the mail's contents and take one step towards Moeka. She makes no attempt to escape. I'm standing between her and the door. Kiryu Moeka, you must swear to protect our secret or die. Choose now, no time to think it over. No alternatives either. You have learned our secret and now you must pay the price. You'll kill me? Only if you try to go public. Underestimate the insane mad scientist Hoin Kyoma. That is standing behind me. I turn around in surprise. Akarin's kind of crazy. Can't you see what's going on, Super Haka?
お前のうかつな発言のせいで電話レンジカッコ仮のタイムマシンとしての機能が
タイムマシン
今オカリンもうかつな発言
This is awful. Everything that could go wrong has. How will I recover? First, I need to silence Moe. Ah, Mayushi. I drop to my knees in utter despair. We're finished. It's impossible to talk our way out of this one.
桐生萌かすべて話そう震えよ我が右腕契約に基づき命じる
He's reaching the new levels of cringe. I pull hard with both of my arms, tearing the microwave door free with a terrible screech. The screws were loosened, but it sounds like I might have broken something too. Well, whatever.
マユリよこれはすでに電子レンジではないそんな金はない
Besides, that was their idea. Removing the microwave does mean we don't have to open it every time you want to send an email. That is currently reprogramming the microwave so that it won't stop when the doors open. He's already programmed. Oh, that's... I don't think that's fully safe or healthy. Mecha takes a picture with her phone. I cover the lens with my hand. Mecha complies. I registered her as lab mem number 05 just a bit earlier. It was a choice between letting her leave word of the time machine or forcing her to join our group. I reluctantly choose the latter. My monologue has no effect. Look like she wants to ask me something. What is it? The Ghetto Froggies are responsible, but he was acting strange way before Ghetto Froggy existed. Sorry, I said something impertinent. I'll be careful from now on. He'll be okay, right? P.S. I didn't swing Samindara again. Moeka nods. Okay, the program is complete and we've been here for 3 hours and I'm kinda dead right now. The ticking of the clock is like a hammer inside my head. It's past 2 a.m. The window is closed and the lab is silent, but for the humming of the computer. Wait a minute. A second. We've been here. Something is not right. Yeah, we accidentally went into the past. Okay, we're back to the present. Okay. Kurisu, lying on the sofa, looks up from the technical manual she was reading. She got here about 30 minutes ago.
それじゃあ実験再開ね。
でもまた店長さんに怒られないかな。
案ずることはない。俺は昨日ミスター・ブラウンとこう約束したのだ。
He didn't.
今日はもう揺らさないと誓うとな。
Oh yeah, because he made the deal yesterday, so it doesn't apply to today.
揺らさないと約束したのは昨日だけであって、昨日から見るところの明日である今日は揺らしても問題ないのだ。
何の解決にもなってないだろう。どうしてそこまで自信満々でいられるのか不思議。
つまりこう言いたいのか、クリスティーナ。
I always remembered Christina as someone who had way more red hair. Not like the copper ones, but red like her tie. You want me to erase Mr. Brown?
それに岡部みたいな兵糧が向かっていってもあの店長にはかなわないでしょ。
ムキムキだもんね。
Unfortunately, it's impossible to experiment without shaking the building. I have no choice but to negotiate with Mr. Brown somehow. The other 4 members look at me in anticipation. Are they planning to sacrifice me?
それがシュタインズゲートの選択か。しかし
While trying to think of a way to avoid talking to the manager, I'll wander over to the window and look outside. Oh, that's the little Nyaehh. The street below is mostly empty. A girl is polishing her bicycle in front of the building. A much younger girl is squatting next to her, watching her work. They're alone. I can only see the backs of their heads from here, but I know who they are.
そこのバイト戦士。
When I call her, Suzuha looks left and right while wiping the sweat of her brow before finally looking up here. As she's... The girl beside her also looks up. This cute little girl is Tenoji Nyaehh, Mr. Brown's only daughter. Looks like she came to play with her father today. I've always wondered how is it possible for such a muscular man to spawn such a cute girl. Nyaehh bows her head when we make eye contact. I return the nod, then call out to Suzuha.
そこで何をしている？
I mean, it's pretty obvious, right?
見ればわかんじゃん。自転車磨いてんだよ。
I think Mr. Brown is more of his nickname than a surname.
今日はバイトじゃないのか？
バイトだよ。だからここにいいんだし。
You're polishing your bicycle even though you're at work. I mean, I guess the store barely has any customers. To put it bluntly, was there even a need for a part-timer?
まだ自転車いじってたの？
I can hear Kurisu's sour voice from inside the
さ
lab.
っき私が来た時も階段の前にいて思いっきり睨まれた。
Looks like they're still fighting.
おいバイト戦士、ミスター・ブラウンはどうしている？
ミスター・ブラウン？誰？
See, she doesn't even know that name.
1階のジャンク屋の店長のことだ。
ジャンク屋じゃなくてブ
It's
ラウ
not
ン
a
管
junk
専
shop,
門
it's
ショ
a
ップでしょ。
seriously specialty shop. Kurisu understands. My assistant's so picky. Junk shop was just a joke to add a little hoi and kyoma spice to the mix.
ミスター・ブラウンってそういう意味か。お父さんの名前はミスター・ブラウンじゃないよ。
See, his name isn't Mr. Brown. The little girl diligently corrects us on her father's name. She must not get the joke.
テンションは出張サービス中。しばらく帰還しないんじゃないかな。
何それは本当か？
ほんと。じゃなきゃ私ここでサボってないよ。あ、なえ、サボってることは店長には内緒ね。
I mean, at least she's pretty open about what she's doing, right?
じゃあ、今度自転車に乗せて。
It's a blessing from the gods. I give my gratitude to part-time warrior and shift my attention back inside.
聞いた通りだ。これこそがシュタインズゲートの選択なのだろう。ミスター・ブラウンは今不在。すなわちそれは実験し放題であることを意味する。
結局根本的解決はまた先送りするのか？
シュタインズゲートの選択だと言っている。
何でもいいからさ、とりあえず電話レンジセカンドエディションバージョン 1.03 を試したいんだけど。セカンドエディションバージョン 1.03。
How did we get to 1.03?
そんなやぼったい言い方はよせ。この改良型はヘブンリーメリーゴーラウンド。
Oh my dear lord, I think that's a little bit too sophisticated.
名前なんてどうでもいいだろ。いいから実験を。
The sound of camera interrupts our quarrel. Alright, we have Moeka. Moeka has her phone pointed at us. How many times have I told her not to take pictures?
楽しそうだったから。
Mayuri smiles happily, Daru doesn't react, Kurisu turns away in a huff.
そんなわけない。少なくとも私はこのサークルのノリにうんざりしてただけよ。
それにしてもこの助手ツンデレである。
誰がツンデレだ？
おお、マキセ氏ってツンデレの意味わかるん？
Discussing before how Makise Kurisu is a tsundere and now Daru confirmed it for us.
知らないわよ。
どう見ても知っているな。顔にそう書いてある。
Kurisu bites her lip. So she is familiar with otaku culture. I wonder how she got that knowledge while living in America.
早く実験を。
Experiment, please. Micah's tired of waiting. She's shown great interest in the time machine ever since we told her the truth. Of course, I made her promise never to write an article about it. I threatened to take her phone away if she breaks her oath. The phone wave, name subject to change, is ready to send an email whenever we are.
じゃあオカリンの携帯に転送されるように設定するから。
Daru types my phone's mail address into a X68000's keyboard. We decided Mayuri was going to be the one to send the emails, so she's starting typing on her phone. We set a microwave timer to 60 and press start. Even though the door has been removed, the microwave runs like always. The discharge phenomenon occurs and Mayuri mail goes through the phone wave, name subject to change the dedicated phone to mine. Do-do-do. She is so cute. Moeka stares at my phone in what I assume is disbelief, though it's hard to tell given her lack of expression.
どうだ？これで電話レンジカッコ仮が紛れもなくタイムマシンだと分かっただろう。
Moeka just keeps staring at my phone. Part-time warrior's voice comes from outside the window. She's gonna snitch on us? I decided to ignore her. Mr. Brown is one thing, but she doesn't scare me at all.
さてラボメンの諸君
I assemble all the lab members, including Moeka, for a meeting.
第73回円卓会議を
Oh, we
始めようと
actually
思
went
う
back in time because I think we were 80 something the last time.
昨日は第66回だった
Ah,
ぞ
never mind.
間の6回はどこに消えた
It was a round table conference telling me like, oh, I'm gonna kill that girl.
細かいことを気にするとは器の小さいやつめだからクリスティーナは助手止まりなのだ
She's already a bit more than an assistant. Moeka's such a cutie.
だから私は助手でもクリスティーナでもないとあれほど
I ignored Kurif's complaints and proceed.
オペレーションウルド第一段階では D メールが送れること D メールの性能について検証した
We discovered that we could only send up to 36 English characters. Moeka, please. Operation Urit sounds literally. Ah.
今日の実験では作戦を第2段階へと進め
実践的か。朝に届くようにして
I'll send one to this morning so I can say good
ちゃ
morning
んと
to
見てもらえ
Okari.
るようにする。
そんなわけがあるかそんなものはチラシの裏にでも書いておけ
チラシの裏じゃオカリンに届かないよ。
俺が言っている実践的というのはすなわ
My
ち
reason. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna kill her. I take a short pause to look at all 4 members, then I lower my
過去
voice.
を変えられるかどうかだ
Shock ripples through the room.
ちょっと待ってそんなの危険すぎるあんた神にでもなったつもり
おや助手よ何が危険
タイムパラドックスよもしも仮にパラドックスが発生した瞬間に世界が吹き飛んだらあんたどうするつもり
I mean, that's kind of his plan.
その時は俺もお前も死んでいるだろう
そんな無責任な考えで過去を変えようなんてふざけてるのまさかあんた本気で世界に混沌をどうたらとかを実行に移そうとしてるんじゃないでしょうね
I'm afraid he
そ
is.
れはないわマキセシオカリンの言うことはもっと適当に
What's
受け流
this
しておけ
about chaos? Are you a bad guy? Oh, Kabakul. Ah.
Huh?
Just annoying to open that phone every single time.
そう
大丈夫だよ。オカリンはね、本当はとっても
俺に対する評価など聞いてはいないがクリスティーナの疑問には答えておこう
And now she's crying that I'm not gonna lend her insanely valuable PC.
確かに俺の野望は世界に混沌をもたらすことだしかしましてや18文字しか送れないメールでは故に今回は俺の野望プロジェク
プロジェクトカオティ
She spoke for a change.
思いつき
マキセシ正解
イエス
たった今思いついてとりあえず行ってみたっていうオチかとオカリンってい
It's
つもそう
she
なんだよ
though,
な
because she doesn't shy away from like making photos of some random people that she meets on the street, right? So is she really shy?
俺を分析するなダルあとそこの助手正解したかのようなガッツポーズはよせ俺をバカにしてるのか
ねえねえ、それじゃあ実践的な使い方ってどんな使い方なのかな。
過去を変える具体的内容について詳しく
まずこれはあくまで検証実験だということを忘れるな過去を変えられるかどうかを確かめられればそれでいいのだから
I wonder
変える
what I
事象
would
は
do if I
些
could
細
have
なこと
an
で問
I
題
could conduct an experiment like that.
岡部あんたバタフライ効果って知ってる
もちろんだ。
ああ、あれっしょ。風が吹けば桶屋が儲かるってやつ。
The original owner. Ah, ha, ha.
あ、いや、それは同じ意味のようだ。
北京で蝶が羽ばたくとニューヨークで嵐が起きるだろ。
そうそう、それカウス理論の一つ。つまりあんたの言う些細なことでも意図的に変えれば未来に重大な影響を及ぼすかもしれない。その責任をどう取るつもり？
タイターはこう言っていた。世界は多世界解釈で成り立っている。
だから過去を変えてもいいって？あんなうさんくさい自称タイムトラベラーの妄想を信じる
He
の？
was right in some ways. The more religion just like this one, I don't believe it. Oh my dear lord, Moeka, please! You need to text messages for the most important things.
妄想だと証明できるのか？
妄想をよりどころにして行動した結果、取り返しのつかないことになったらどうするのかって言ってる。
No, it's like work all over again. I don't think this argument is going anywhere. Yeah, you're not adding to it. She sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 messages. Probably more. Because there's still some like other ones. For some reason, I always end up getting emotional whenever I argue with this impertinent assistant of mine. Such weakness is unbefitting of an insane mad scientist. I need to calm down.
クリスティーナよ。お前は以前こう言っていたな。仮説を積み上げて理論が観測されたとき、それは本物に矛盾しているぞ。
いいえ、してない。この電話レンジの原理にはまだ仮説すら構築されていない。
Oh, she's correct.
今の私たちは手探り状態と言える。こんな状態で過去を変えて、せめてもうちょっと調べてからにすべき。
Oh, so she's not unconditionally opposed.
実は試してみたくてうずうずしているのではないか？
そんなこと。
Risa quickly looks
そ
away.
もそも助手よ。お前は電話レンジカッコ仮はタイムマシンではないと思いたがっていたのではなかったかな？タイムマシンでないなら過去を変えることなどできない。それが証明できるかもしれないのになぜ否定する？
うるさいな。
それにタイムパラドックスのことを言うならばセルンはどうだ？奴らはすでに100人以上の人間を過去に送り込んでいる。タイムパラドックスの一つや二つ起きていても不思議ではない。
CERN! Did you say CERN? Oh, can't she just like wait?
あんな非人道的な実験をしてる連中と同じレベルまで。
人体実験などしないしできないのだから安心しろ。
Suddenly, Mayuri raises her hand. She was staring blankly at us the whole time, so I am a bit surprised.
オカリン、オカリン。あのね、マユシーはよくわかんないんだけど。
Finally, some constructive conversation.
では答えよう。俺がこの作戦において何を宝くじを当てるのだ。
Good luck. Everyone except for Maeka stares at me open-mouthed.
僕は賛成。
Where
金があ
the
れば
text
PC
message
パーツ
now,
買えるし
Maeka?
メイクインにも行きまくれるじゃん。むしろ試さない方がおかしいっしょ。
That's my supahaka.
現金だな、オカリン。もっとね、世界が平和になる方法とかを考えるべきじゃないかな。例えばね、世界中のすべての人が
Yeah, I don't think how we could do that through the microwave.
世界が平和にだと？俺を誰だと思っている？
岡部、志が低すぎ。
That is also looking like a slab of a goddamn rock. He is, yeah. Hello, hello. I'm surrounded by idealists. Ah, I accidentally clicked something.
そもそも趣旨を履き違えるな。世界平和だとか志など知ったことではない。これは過去を変えられるかどうかを確かめる実験なのだ。最も分かりやすいのは宝くじを当てられるか当てられないかだろ
う。でも最大の目的はお金だろ。
金を手に入れればこんなオンボロビルからもおさらばだ。
Yeah, I bet that anyone who's an owner of an office in Divergence or UPX would be delighted to have some mad scientist rocking an entire building.
ほら、やっぱり。
綺麗事ではないのだよ。事務所を移れば開花のムキムキ店長、それに例えば100万円あればマユリの大好きなバナナを。
She doesn't mind that he is a pretty lovely creature, to be
マユリ
honest.
さん、このゴーツくばりに惑わされないで。
黙れセレブセブンティーン。
セレンディピティ？
セレブセブンティーン。
何よそれ。
親の金でホテル住まいを
You
して
live
い
in a
る
hotel
分
off of
際
your
で
parents' money. You could never understand the plight of poor students like us. Ah. I mean, she's also earning a shit ton of money as a scientist, right? Kurisu puts on a sulky expression. I'm 18 now, she protests, but I ignore her. It doesn't matter if she's 18. Self 17 sounds better.
萌香さん、あなたはどう？
Oh yeah, because she doesn't have a phone number of Makise Kurisu, so she cannot spam her with the messages, right? No reaction from Moeka. Huh? Whatever my assistant was trying, it didn't work. I have no idea what Moeka is thinking, but I'll treat her lack of opposition as approval.
不満があるならば代案を出すがいい。過去が変わったと分かりやすく認識できる。
私が今泊まっているホテルを変えてみる。
Kurisu's voice lacks
俺た
conviction.
ちには全く無関係な話だ。セレブセブンティーンは品川だろうか。
そんな言い方しなくても。
っていうか
I mean, that would be a safe change of the past, right? Because that's only like the hotel.
あそこにはラブホ街が。
そういうくだらないこと言ってるとロボトミー手術
He
してあ
says
んた
your
の前
frontal
頭葉を
lobe
か
with
き
a
出すぞ。
rusty scalpel.
じゃあいつも買ってるジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンを。
マユリは一生唐揚げを貪っている。
Silence descends upon us. Kurisu and Mayuri are still thinking, but I doubt they'll come up with anything good. As for Moeka, I can't tell what she's thinking or if she's even thinking at all. She's just staring at her phone motionless. She's not even typing for a change. Daru has already declared his support for me. Now he's browsing Moya news sites as if this whole thing doesn't concern him.
結局、タイムマシンを前にしても思いつくことはそれほどないということ。代案がなければ俺の案を採用する。
Kurisu frowns, but she doesn't raise any more complaints. Anyone who came up with Tuturu will definitely think of something, of course. As I thought, she too wants to know who can change the past. I mean, Tuturu became the catchphrase for generations at this point. Of course, it has to, it takes a genius to create something like that. She's a scientist through and through, and if I'm not mistaken, she has a bit of mad in her too. Mwahaha. I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
これより
Ah,
オペレーションウルド第2段階に行こうぜ。ああ、問題ない。責任はすべてこの法王院京馬が取る。そうだ。これが俺の選択だ。
Ragnarok is near.
同時にシュタインズゲートの選択でもある。聖戦は間近だ。エル、プサイ、コングル。
I put my phone away and look at my lab members.
作戦開始。
Nobody moves a muscle. They just look at each other.
開始って言われても
Do you want
具
us to
体
do?
的に何をする？
俺に指示されなければ何もできないのか。
まずは宝くじを買ってこなくちゃ。
いえ、
No.
過去の当選番号を手に入れればいい。
その通りだ、セレブセブンティーン。
セレブセブンティーン言うな。
つうかさ、宝くじにもいろいろ種類があるっしょ。ここはやっぱ夢のサマージ
I
ャンボ
think
行
it
くしかなく
actually
ね？
wouldn't be so simple, right? Because if they just send a message to the past right now with the lottery numbers, right? That means that they would have to know what to do with those numbers, right? And they are limited to 36 English symbols. So it's already tricky. So what they would have to do, in my opinion, is they would have to wait few days from now on, get the winning lottery numbers for a specific date, and send the email back to the past to this very moment where they are currently in. That is like the only thing that it would work, I think. So if they fail, then I think this is why.
それね、この間
当選発表はされたのか？
来週か再来週だったはず。
それでは意味がないではないか。D メールは過去にしか。
ああ、そうだよな。じゃあサマージャンボの抽選日まで待つとか。
本末転倒だ。サマージャンボにこだわるな。
ふむ、ちょっとググってみるわ。
Let us start searching on his computer. Meanwhile, Chris is thinking
例え
hard.
ば、未来から当選番号が送られてきたとして、
Ah, thank God we
私
have
は信じるか
Chris.
しら。
あのね、マユシーはそもそも宝くじの買い方知らないな。
そうよね。10代の女の子は宝くじは買わないと思う。
萌香は買ったことは？
When I call out to Moeka standing alone in the corner of the room, her shoulders twitch. Then she shakes her head a little bit.
オカリンは買ったことあるの？
I'd be
ロー
surprised
ト
if she
6
didn't.
を1回だけやったことがある。
I didn't even get a penny.
おお、ロト6ならちょうどいいかも。あれって確か当選番号を毎週発表してるし。
A quick search reveals that Lotto 6 announces winning numbers every Thursday. They've also posted last week's 1st through 7th place numbers on their homepage.
この当たり番号を D メールで送るの？
そういうことだ。もちろんこれがロト6の当選番号だと補足してだが。
先週の一等だと2億とか。
200 million yen, that is a nice prize. I think my heart skipped a beat there.
いや待て、一等はまずい。
This prize is too
No.
much. I mean, it would draw attention.
さすがに。
いやそうでもなく、一等は
は？
わからないのか。俺は期間に追われている身なのだぞ。もしロト6で一等を出してマスコミから
ならんわ。
じゃあマユシーが当選。
ダメだ。オペレーションウルト第2段階はそこの
セレセブって
責任は取るという意味で俺が当選者とならなければ。
まさかあんた金を自分のものにしたいだけじゃなかろうな。
I ignored Celeb 7's remark. The prospect of pocketing 200 million yen is certainly appetizing, but that would be too big a change to the past. Just like Celeb said, we can't ignore the butterfly effect. We should flap our wings as softly as possible. I'm not scared of anything, really.
というわけでここは目立ちすぎずに2等を狙ってみようと思うのだが、
前回の配当金だと
3等を、ね、
それだと70万まで減るけど。
それでいい。
岡部って結構チキンね。
さっきまでタイムパラドックスのリスクを心配していたとは思えない言い草だな、セレセブよ。
お願いだからその呼び方やめて。
Settle for a
せ
sister.
めて それに
You
私
got
は
her.
あんたの考え方に納得はしてない。
リスクを考えて多すぎず少なすぎずの絶妙な金額を設定しようとしている。
どうだか。
I decide to let Celeb 7s have the last word.
70万円だと
Yes.
バナナはトラックの荷台
Nobody said anything about using the entire dividend on bananas, but it looks like Mayuri intends to do so. Let's ignore the glutton for now.
3等なら数字を5個的中させる必要があるを。
First prize is for matching all 6 numbers. Second is for matching 5 numbers plus the bonus number. Third one is for matching only 5
萌え
numbers.
か新たにラボメンとなったお前に
Maika stares at me. She clearly didn't expect her name to be called.
D メールとして送る文面を考えてもらおう。何も知らない1週間。
私が
メールマンなのだからそういうのは得意だろ。
Maika doesn't seem that interested, but she nods. We set the phone wave name subject to change to forward to my phone.
先週の木曜日っていうことは5日前か。
Risu puts in her lab
Email
code
は
before
そこに送る
checking
の？
the phone, attached to the phone wave name subject to change.
抽選日が5日前だからそれより前に買っとかないとダメじゃね。
だったら1週間前ね。7日は168時間だからちょっと調整して100。
Maika has finished typing the email into my phone. What? We replaced the number 40 with 37. This way we won't get first or second prize.
まあこんなものだろうな。
We can only send 36 bytes. There's only so much we can say.
なんだかとってもうさんく
作り直す。
Yes, please.
こ
No.
れでいい。他にやりようがないだろう。
大丈夫だよ。むしろね、オカリンはうさんくさいものが大好きだから。
That's not entirely incorrect, but it feels like she's making fun of me. In any case, our preparations are complete. It's hard to believe that this is all it takes to send emails to the past.
さて、シュタインズゲートを開くときだ。
前から気になってたんだけど、そのシュタインズゲートって何なの？
オカリンの口癖なんだよね。
シュタインズゲートはシュタインズゲートだ。
説明になってない。
It
い
doesn't.
ちいち水を差すな。今考えるべきはそこではないだろう。
I place my finger on the send button. My hands are shaking. I fight to keep them steady.
じゃあレンジ
I
起動
swallow
させるぜよ。
The turntable begins to spin backwards as the microwave comes to life. The timer ticks down. Change the past. It seems very simple to do, but just like Kurisu said, there's no telling what might happen. I said I would take responsibility, but that was just talk. If a time paradox does occur, it could do irreparable damage to the world I know. How am I supposed to take responsibility for that? Lightning crackles in the air around us. It's working. All I need to do is press send button. I can't stop now. I want to see what lies beyond. Curiosity pushes me forward. There's no way this will destroy the world. There's no way.
L 不細
I press the
コングレ
button. My phone displays a flying mail animation and the word sending email. Oh dear lord, hi Jedi. That was a little bit different than usual. A wave of vertigo washes over me. It feels as if my feet have left the ground. Suddenly my vision blurs and everything turns monochrome. Is the ground shaking? Every cell in my body is screaming this is
オ
wrong.
カリン
Oh, thank God. Mayuri's voice brings me to my senses. I realize that color has returned to the world. What was that just now? Thank you for the follow, Balthazar. I hope you'll enjoy your stay here.
大丈夫？
Mayuri waves her hand in front of my face. Oh. Oh, hello? Hello, Rizzy. Thank you for the follow. After blinking several times, I notice I'm standing stock still, gripping my phone. My phone should be displaying mail sent, but it's not. Instead, it's showing the normal standby display. Something isn't right here. I look around. I'm inside the lab. The phone name isn't on. When I sent an email, the timer read 115. In other words, it should still be running about 2 more minutes, yet now the phone wave name subject to change is silent. I scan the room. Other things feel wrong. Just a few seconds ago, Dad was sitting in front of the X76800, but now he is sitting in front of the lounge computer. Did he teleport? At least, I don't remember seeing Daru get up and move to the lounge. Kurisu is sitting cross-legged on the sofa, reading a massive technical book. She should be in the development room too. Moeka is standing at the edge of the development room. Nothing particularly different about her. Mayuri is next to me, looking at me with a confused expression. This is wrong.
Mayuri, 俺は何分ぐらいここに立っていた？
どういうこと？
いいから教えてくれ。
30秒ぐらいじゃ。
30秒？
急に電話レンジちゃんのところに歩いて行ったかと思ったら、携帯。
Again, Mayushi. Daru calls out from the lounge.
すごくハーハー言い始め。
はあはあってとこだけリピート。
はあはあ。
もっと色っぽく。
Oh dear.
慣れなさい、変態。
Kurisu and Daru are exchanging their usual banter. How can these guys be so calm? I just sent an email that may have changed the past. Why aren't they interested in the result?
そうだ。メ
I
ールは
quickly check my mail. Is that it? Or did the numbers change? Violet of 6. Sure to
メ
win.
ールは1週間前に
The
届い
mail
ている。
arrived a week ago.
何のこと？
金はロト
I
6は当た
searched
った
my
のか？
memories but turned up nothing. No memories of buying a ticket, no memories of winning third place, nothing.
そこのセレセブよ。俺は3等を当てたか？
だからセレセブって言うな。で、3等って何のことよ？
何？
Again, this feeling of a disconnect. I approached
今
Kurisu.
何と言った？今何と言ったんだ？
Kurisu glares back at me.
文句あるの？私が何を言おうと勝手。
そうではなく、3等って何のことと言っただろう？ロト6の3。
は？
Kurisu gives me a puzzled look. Yeah, like, how could he know? Like, the email is in the past right now, so he needs to know beforehand that he's gonna receive something. So they should wait a week, so they can like anticipate this email. It doesn't seem like she's messing with me.
誰？俺はたった今。おお！
その発想はなかったわ。PC パーツ買えるし、メイクインにも行きまくれる。
This is
ひょ
wrong.
ー
マユリ、バナナ。
トラックの荷台？誰が満杯にするの？
This is wrong. I look at Moeka. She's staring at the floor like usual, but I don't miss the confused glance she throws my
待て
way.
待て！たった今、オペレーションウルドの第2段階を実行に移しただろ。
第2段階って過去を変えられる？
そうだ、そのことだ。
だから今みんなで考えてるんじゃん。
何？
どんな内容を送れば過去が。
でもオカリンが言ったロト6のアイディアはグッ。
でもそんなの
We
現
shouldn't
金
be
だっ
so
てマヨシ
greedy.
あ、現金は現金でもね、ゆき
そこは説明しなくてもわかると思う。
本当？よかった。でね、例えばね、世界中のすべて
Oh, we
それ
don't
で
deserve
幸
to
せに
know.
なるのはちびっことまゆしだけだろ、ジョー
What are these guys saying? They're acting like I never sent the email with the winning numbers.
こんにち
The
は。
front door opens slowly and Lukaku sticks his head inside.
ルカくんだ。すみません。急に。
Lukaku bows his head apologetically. Mayuri, Kurisu, and Daru go into welcome mode. Moeka keeps staring at her phone. But I'm not in any condition to greet Lukaku. I can't stop sweating, and it's not because of the heat. I don't know what's going on anymore. Questions keep spinning around in my head.
ルカくん、マユシーのコス来てくれる気になったの？いえ、そうじゃなくて。
Lukaku looks at me apologetically, like he wants to say something.
なんだ
My mind is still blank.
実は岡部さんじゃなくて
What could he have to apologize for?
謝らないといけないことが。
It's a Lotto 6 ticket, and the numbers are the same as the ones on my email. I grab Lukaku by his slender wrist.
ルカ子お前これ
痛いです。オカリ、ルカ君をいじめ
Mayuri
ちゃ
gets
ダメだ
between
よ。
us. I let go reluctantly.
岡部、
暑さでやられた？
ルカ子すまなかっただ
あの、
教えた俺が
Lukaku nods with teary eyes.
京馬さんから当たる
本当か
1週間前です。
Damn you, Pesmi, what were you thinking? This wasn't supposed to happen. We need to kill Lukaku. However, the past certainly has changed. Or has it? It seems like it has, but at the same time, the present seems to have changed too.
じゃあもしかしてルカ氏？
岡部、あんたまさか電話レンジで
Her
当たり
question
番号
makes no
な
sense.
ぜ問いかけなのだお前は
見ていた？何を？
Disconnect. Our stories don't match.
送った3等の当選番号をそして過去は変わった
I glance at the phone like name subject to
変わっ
change.
たんだ
There's no denying it now. That grotesque appliance, the bastard child of a microwave and a cell phone, actually changed the past. We have the power of a god. Though I still don't know why everyone else forgot about it.
そんなことよりルカ氏。
70万だな
I answer with conviction. However,
いえ、
Lukaku begins fidgeting. Something strange about his behavior.
本当にごめんなさい。数字を1個間違えて記入しちゃって。
I strut the numbers on the ticket on Lukaku's trembling hands.
惜しすぐる。
I'm pretty sure I sent it with 19. I'll know if I check my phone's sent history. I take out my phone and bring up the sent history.
なぜだ
The email I sent has vanished from my sent history, just like everyone's memories. The email should be there, but it's not. Almost as if never existed in the first place. I ignored the worried stares of my lab mems and head outside for some fresh air. I need to calm down and figure this out. The ticket Lukaku birth turned out to be 4th place. The prize is just 5,000
そ
yen.
この岡部倫太郎さ。
Suzuha calls out to me. She's still polishing her bicycle. Tennoji Nyaehh is squatting next to her, watching her work with great interest. 2 questions come to mind. 1. How long has she been polishing the thing? 2. Just how much free time does the brown tube workshop have?
洗脳されたような顔してるよ。大丈夫？
洗脳
ここには他に誰もいないじゃん。
はあ、
それはどっちに対するそうだ。洗脳されたこと？他に
洗脳されたことだ。
されたの？
Oh, Faris, for a change. Oh, thank God. Her songs still contain words of prophecy. Before they reach it, Faris must decipher the prophecies to find the location of the Holy Land in Nyaehh. The sanctuary has been lost for 300 years. It's pointless to seek it now. Suzuha suddenly steps up to me and grabs my face. Then she forces my eyes open with her index finger and the thumb.
動かないで。
Suzuha peers into my eye with a serious expression, but a second later she lets go and steps back.
大丈夫。洗脳され
なんだと？
How does she
洗
know?
脳されてる時ってさ、下まぶたの中によく
A
チッ
chip.
プが仕込まれてることがあるんだよね。
Immediately after saying that, Suzuha gasps and covers her mouth. Then she puts her hand on my shoulder and gives me an embarrassed smile.
岡部倫太郎、今のは機密扱いでお願い。
Don't tell me she...
そうか。お前、
期間？セルンのことだっけ？
いや、皆までいい。機関がひた隠しにする巨大洗脳施設、
We'll call him some galleons.
通称二度と思い出した。
生き地獄だったのは確か。
やはりお前とは良き仲間になれそうだ。
Suzuha lifts her hand in a half-hearted gesture of enthusiasm.
バイトのお姉ちゃん、洗脳って何？
Nyaehh asks as he tugs on the hem of Suzuha's clothes.
いいです。
Oh, she could spook. Now this is a shy girl behavior, not whatever Maeka is doing. Nyaehh hides behind Suzuha.
苗は岡部倫太郎。
シェスター・ブラウンよ。俺にイフを抱くのはいいが、
Mr.
同
Brown.
時に世界を股にか
世界を股にか。
いかにも。俺の天才的な灰色の脳細胞は世界各国の首脳が欲しがるほどのものなのだ。
Stop clinging to Suzuha's waist. Nyaehh opens her eyes even wider and gasps in admiration.
洗脳ってのは今みたいなことを言うんだよ、苗。
何を言う、そこのバイト戦士。
オカリンおじさんは嘘ついたの？
Yes,
誰がお
definitely
じさん
is.
か。
Oji-san?
子供相手に怒鳴っちゃダメだよ。怯えてるじゃん。
But Mister, it makes me sound old. I'm not even old enough to drink yet. What a disgrace. No, there's no point getting angry at a child. I need to show composure as an adult.
あんたって岡部よりよっぽど変態ね。もうさん付けで呼んで
I'm not using sun for you anymore. Oh,
僕は変態じゃないよ。
I'm a pervy gentleman.
はあ？
I can hear voices from the second story window, and since we can hear them clearly from here, Suzuha starts chuckling.
もしかして
はあ、ごめん。盗み聞きするつもりはなかったけど。あ
タイムマシンのことも？
あ、聞いちゃった。やるね、この。
She's so chill about it. She strikes my upper arm in what I assume is a gesture of encouragement. What is way to go use supposed to mean?
口外したりしていないだろうな。もし
喋ってないよ。
だったらいい。たった今2階で放電。
放電？昨日みたいなグラグラ揺れるや。さっき1回やったよね。店長いないから助かったね。揺れて怖かった。
I ignored the little girl's honest impression.
たった今ほんの1分前ぐらいにも。
お、そうなの？ でも2回目は見てないの。
Suzuha tilts her head quizzically, then turns back to her bicycle.
私がこの子を磨くのに夢中だったのか。
And she calls her bicycle a baby. Mr. Brown frantically shakes her head.
2回目は
見てないです。
Disappointment spreads through me. What does this mean? Events I remember happening didn't. The fact that I sent an email, the fact that we argued over what to send. But Kurisu herself remembered that I called her celeb Sev during that argument. Right after sending the email, I was hit by a feeling of vertigo. That's probably related somehow.
なんかあったの？
お前は
それってどういう意味かな？
Suzuha seems slightly suspicious. So I explained to her what happened just now. Nyaehh probably won't understand a word of it, so I don't think it'll be necessary to silence her.
信じらんない。
Suzuha's dumbfounded after hearing my
そんな
explanation.
の聞いたことないよ。ねえ、本当？
当たり前だ。俺たちは紛れもなく我らの偉業を否定することは誰にもできない。
ああ、もうそういうことじゃなくて。
Suzuha grabs at her own hair in frustration, but then her expression turns thoughtful.
君の言うことが本当なのかどうかわかんないけどさ。
She suddenly lowers her voice.
こういう時はジョン・タイターに聞いてみればいいよ。
ジョン・タイター。
ほら、今さ話題になってるらしいじゃん。なんか知ってっかもよ。同じタイ。
なるほど。確かに。
The undoing of past events could possibly be explained through the many world interpretation that Taiter talked about. And come to think of it, it was Taiter's advice that led me to the IBN 5100. He should be able to give me a hint at this time too. I quickly take out my
俺だ
phone.
ジョン・タイなあ、そうだ。奴がこの2010年へとやってきたの。
バイトのお姉ちゃん。さあ、誰だろう。未来人。未来人？
シスター・ブラウン。俺の電話の相手が気になる。
She got scared again. Nyaehh shakes her head rapidly. She looks scared. I respond with the wary expression of a mad scientist who has been seen everything and lost much.
気になったとしても、今後絶対に聞くな。
だから小学生をビビらせちゃダメだっての。
I assume Nyaehh is frightened because of the aura of danger that follows me everywhere. She's right to be.
バイト戦士、俺は早速タイターに連絡を取ってみるぞ。素晴らしいじゃん。
私役に立った？そんならよ。
Part-time warrior's eyes pop open mid-sentence.
うわ、やっぱ店長機関、店長機関。
I follow Suzuha's glance to see a mob headed this way. Judging by the sheer size of the driver, it must be Mr. Brown.
なえ、もし店長に聞かれたらさ、私はちゃんと店番してたって言ってよ。うん。だから今度自転車に乗せる。じゃあ頑張って岡部倫太郎。私応援してっからさ。
Suzuha pats me on the shoulder and rushes into the workshop. Nyaehh and I are left in the front of the store. The driver stops the mop and takes off his full face helmet, revealing Mr. Brown.
お父さん、おかえりなさい。
ない。そこのうさんくせえ野郎に
No
何をされた？
trust. Absolutely no trust from Tenoji. Manager leaps from his moped and interposes himself between me and his daughter. His eyes are bloodshot. My spine freezes with a powerful aura of malice.
よくも俺の大事な娘をたぶらかしてくれたな。
待ってくれ。俺は何も。
だったらなんでおめえとナイが二人っきり？
二人きりじゃない。今まで鈴葉もここにいました。あの女は
Please
仕事を
forgive
サボ
me,
って、
Suzuha. My life is
そこのチャリ
too
を磨いてい
precious.
たんですよ。
ナイ。
バイトのお姉ちゃんに自転車に乗せてもらう約束したの。だからサボって
Mr.
な
Brown
かった
ends
って
up
言わな
betraying
きゃ。
Suzuha too. The manager breathes a heavy sigh.
サボる方法だけはうまいんだよな、あのバイト。
It's true. I've never seen her actually do work.
というか、 この俺を一瞬でも受け
ねえよんなもん。
Stubborn old man. He thinks he owns the place just because he owns the place. How dare he?
う
Understand?
ちの娘をたぶらかそうとしたら
Moving to something so suicidal. Mr. Brown nods in satisfaction.
ねえシュークリーム買ってきたから一緒に食おう。
He parks his move next to part-time warrior's bicycle, then enters the store hand in hand with his daughter. Cream puffs, you can't get any more out of a character than that. Is this what having kids does to a
おいこれ
man?
バイトサボってた。あとなんで42型がつけっぱなしになってんだ。
ごめんなさ
I leave Suzuha to her fate and return to the lab. I need to get in touch with Tyler. He might be able to give me the answers I seek. He might even be able to explain the event that I witnessed a few days ago, the instantaneous disappearance of everyone on the streets of Akiba. When I burst into the lab, everyone looks at me with concerned expressions. Mayuri starts to speak pretty simply to console me, but I put my hand up to stop her.
待て事情は全て後で話す
I explained that we can't experiment anymore now that Mr. Brown is back, then I dismiss everyone for today.
い。おかり
A Faris.
バナナ買ってきた
What's that supposed to mean, Nina? The sanctuary must be there. If it isn't, then what will happen to Faris' brother? Mayuri picks up her Upa plush toy off the sofa and hands it to me.
だからね今はその子
She's
を
actually
ぎゅー
trying
っ
to
と抱き
console me.
し
I
めて
can't.
元気出してね
Looks like she's worried about me, but she shouldn't be. It's my job to worry about her. She has work after these, so she leaves. Daru goes with her, probably to see Faris. Before he leaves, Lukaku apologizes again for messing up the Lotto 6 ticket. He knows about the time machine now. Next time I see him, I'll make him a lab mem to secure his silence. Moeka leaves with nothing more than a tiny bow. In less than 30 minutes, Kurisa and I are the only ones left in the lab. Wait, I got an email?
そこの助手お前は
Shining
帰らない
Finger.
のか
I want to hear more about time machines next time. Okay, whatever.
目障りなら帰るけど。
目障りというわけではないが
いいえ。でも、
ホテルに戻って考えればいい
Didn't you think at your hotel?
何？追い出したいの？
そうかどうせ友達もいないしホテルに帰っても一人ぼっ
寂しいのはあんたの方だろ。さっきからなんなら相談に乗るぞ。私はある意味で部外者だから。年下の女に相談する男の人ってぐにょぐにょだけど、それでもいいんなら聞いてやってもいい。
Why does she even have to be such a smartass? She even has a mocking grin on her face.
俺はメールをする用事があるのだどうしてもここにいたいのならば
その呼び方が一番カチンとくるわね。
Despite her complaint, Kurisu makes no move to leave. She sits down on the sofa and starts reading a massive technical book. On closer inspection, I realize it's in English. Maybe my assistant isn't a genius, but just an extreme studier.
コーヒーを飲むか
もらうわ。
I make some instant coffee for Kurisu. I take a fresh Dr. P out of the refrigerator for myself and I sit down in front of the computer. Alright, let's do what needs to be done. I only hope this doesn't get undone too. My plan is to follow Suzuha's advice. Get in touch with Tyler. After all, what I'm experiencing right now could have something to do with the many worlds interpretation. Which would mean that the Kurisu sitting over there isn't the same Kurisu with whom I discussed the Lotto 6. And it would mean that this lab isn't the lab we were discussing. How can that be?
何もぞもぞやってんの？
Kurisu glares at me coldly. Damn it, she's looking at me like I'm a perv again. I keep telling her I'm not a perv. I'm hoeing Kyoma. Anyway, why am I the only one who remembers what happened? That's another question I'll ask John Titor. I don't know if he's a real time traveler, but he did help with the IBN 5100, so I'm inclined to trust him. But what should I write? Should I tell him everything? In any case, worrying about it won't solve anything. Enough stalling. I take out my phone. Thanks for the intel on IBN 5100. The code is from CERN's database. In other news, I successfully built a machine that sends emails to the past. When we change the past by sending an email, does that change the world line? I noticed some events were undone. Does that mean the world line changed? I said the many worlds interpretation is correct, but I would like to hear the proof, if you don't mind. I sigh and chug my soda, now to wait for his reply. I checked the F channel thread just to make sure, but Titor hasn't posted recently. Kurisu says without lifting her eyes from the book. Maybe I should tell her about how the demon will change the past, and about how she seems to have lost her memories about it. Why am I considering talking to Kurisu? Because I don't think Mayuri and Dad would understand this problem. Kurisu, on the other hand, might be able to form a hypothesis, that's what I hope. Just then my phone rings. Daru.
もしもし。
あ、オカリン。実はとんでもない。
ミス
Is it about a phone wave named subject to change? Is it related to the phenomenon I experienced earlier? I gulp. I know it's pathetic for a mad scientist to show anxiety, but I can't help it. I lick my dry lips and wait for Daru to speak.
実はさ、ラボに財布忘れてきた。
な。
おかげでメイクインに入れないよ。オカリン。
貴様は神田川で水浴びでもして
I
よ。
shout and hang up. Damn it, I got stressed for nothing. But right after my phone rings again.
もしもし。さ。
おかりよ。
なんだ、まゆりか。
ああ、うん。でね、おかりもう元気になったかな？
していない。そもそも俺はいつだろうと狂気と野心
He
に
looks
満
so
ち溢れた
cute on that
マッド
phone.
サイエンティストである。
just look at her.
そっか。あのね、何かな？
お前に
わかるよ。子供。ありがとう。
Adorable.
あのバカめ。
オカね。
何を言うか。
セレセブ言うな。
I was going to tell Carissa the truth, but now I've changed my mind. The mad scientist Ho and Kyoma would never grin at the words of a mere hostage like Mayuri. Hmm.
恋する乙女が好きな相手からのメールを待ってるみたい。
He likes to tag me for every little thing. You know, I've been working on May Queen for 3 months as of today. The other girls threw me a party. I can't believe I've been a maid for 3 months. Time sure fly by. Oh, don't worry, Mayushi's still Okarin's hostage full time. Carissa the only valid one?
そんなに構ってほしいのか。
ささやかな復讐よ。あんたからのひどい扱いにいつも。
これでも俺はお前をリスペクト。
名前すらまともに呼んだこともないくせに。
You don't even say my name right.
それについては。
That's literally Jason because he permanently types me down without the double H at the end. Yeah, Jason never types the double H at the end. I mean, he did it today, and I'm very grateful for that. But he generally doesn't like to use my normal name, right? I'm sorry about that. Kurisa lifts her face and stares at me in a shock.
へえ、意外。あんたって謝るんだ。
謝るさ。 だからどうしようもないの。俺の脳はお前のことを助手のクリスティーナと
解凍して海馬に電極ぶっ刺してやりたい。
Right after that silly exchange, a John Titor mail arrives. Greetings, Kyoma. Can you tell me exactly how you changed the past? I would like to verify that what you said is true. We sent an email today. It was sure to arrive last Thursday. Oh my lord. Okay, in general, he just explained what happened. I
メールの
hate
相手って
reading
誰？
texts on that phone.
ジョン・タイター。
嘘。
奴はよほど悪意のある人間以外に対してはオープンだ。メルアドも公開している。
道理であんたがタイタンの書き込みを引用したがるわけだ。
そういうわけではない。だが奴の話。
そう？フィクションにしか思えないけど。
This is very interesting. From the events you described, it sounds like you did indeed change the past. I suspect that the email you sent changed the divergence. If only a little. Bravo! The instant your email arrived in the past, you shifted from your original word line to an ever so slightly different word line. On this word line, you received an email from the future containing the numbers. You told your friend the numbers, perhaps because you didn't quite trust the email, but your friend got a phone number wrong when he purchased the ticket. The original email likely disappeared from your sent history when the word line changed. All of this makes sense. The one thing I don't understand is how you kept your memories of the previous word line. Just so we're clear, you're telling the truth, yes? Oh, that was fast. I've confirmed that divergence is currently 0. A big number percent. I cannot tell what the value was before you changed the past. This is because I, like your friends, have no memories of the world line before you change to the past. In the case of physical time travel, memories are retained even if the world line changes. That's been proven by my own experience. But in the case of an email like the one you sent, the time traveler changes the past without actually traveling through time, a situation that scientists in my time never considered. It wasn't necessary since the invention of the time machine in 2034 gave us a means of physical time travel, so I'm afraid that I have no idea how to explain the phenomenon you're experiencing. Strictly speaking, I was not being entirely accurate when I wrote that the Everett Wheeler, my model, is accepted in my time. The first functional time machine was completed in 2034. In 2 years following that breakthrough, our understanding of the universe structure grew dramatically. In 2036, scientists proved that the universe is comprised of attractor fields, which describe the extent of a world-line convergence. This theory was first proposed in 2020. Sorry, I forgot to answer your question. I have a meter that measures divergence. A reading of 0% divergence corresponds to the world line I originally came from. In other words, it's a subjective, not absolute measurement. This tool can only indicate the current divergence. Okay. Put simply, attractor fields are the focal points of world-line convergence. Their existence is responsible for previously known as fate and chance. There is no real point making small changes to a world line. Due to convergence, small changes do not have lasting influence. Humans who can observe convergence are exceedingly rare. I haven't met anyone with that ability myself, so I'm unqualified to give you an accurate appraisal. But you, Kyoma, might be one such individual. You might have the power to observe convergence. You might be the one who can guide us to a world line beyond 1% divergence, across the wall that divides a tractor field. He wants us to guide him across the wall. Let's go. We're going beyond the ice wall. Today's the day. The tone of Titus' mail has suddenly changed. He thinks I have some kind of power? First, I feel a sense of pride. Next, comes apprehension. In the first place, I can't confirm if this is the real John Titor, and I don't even know if the John Titor from 2000 was really a time traveler. If Titor's worldline theory holds, then that could explain the supernatural events that I experienced. But this last statement is pretty hard to swallow. As soon as I begin to doubt, all of his words start to smell like lies. That stuff about the IBN might have been a lie too. That mysterious program code could just be a simple bug. Now that he claims I have special powers, he's starting to sound like some new age con artist. We're actually changed timelines! Ain't no way Okabe actually got some sense into his brain. And besides, I don't need Titor to tell me that. Kurisu jerks at the sound of my laughter.
いきなり笑い出すのよ、気色悪い。
これが笑わずにいられるか。実に傑作。今さらそんなこと言われなくとも、俺はとっくに気づいていたぞ。
3 months is a big deal. I mean, they celebrated my first and second months. That's cute. I snap my eyes open wide. I raise my phone high to the heavens.
この魔眼。リーディングしたいな。
話の流れはさっぱり見えんが、岡部次長しろとだけ言ってよ。
え？あ。
Risu hides her face in her book. She pretends to read, but I can see from here that her ears are bright red. How does she know about the Chunibyo? Is she an ad channel after all? No, that doesn't matter now. I need to reply to Titor. What's beyond the wall? What will happen when we cross it? The important questions. If we cross the wall, we will have freedom. If we do not, then the dystopia I came from will be your future. In exchange for providing false peace of joy, your masters will stamp out every last vestige of free will. As I said on Ad Channel, my goal is to change that future, and you may be the one who can make that possible. Now it's getting creepy. Is this some new cult, or is he really trying to con me here? He's also contradicting himself again. The Titor who appeared in 2000 said he traveled back in time to retrieve technology lost in World War III. Yet this guy is saying he came to prevent the creation of dystopia ruled by CERN. This guy might be an imposter. I'm fed up, so I quit replying. But just as I'm about to put away my phone... Kyoma, I want you to be Messiah. Raises the head on the back of my neck. What is this? Fear? Disgust? I don't know, but something is wrong. Messiah.